Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 68 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool blazer, Ramon.
And my guy on the other end, as always, is Johnny. And together we are
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Johnny fucked me all up, man. I'm sitting there looking at you doing everything off sync. And I'm like, what is he doing? And I'm
it's in sync on his side.
Right.
Yeah, he messed me up. Oh, man, I didn't realize that we were that off because you're actually mouthing it. And I'm just like, man, that is way off.
Well, like,
holy crap. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I got
Dave's
2 beers
feeling
left
it.
to last me the rest of the show, so that
Nice.
should tell you how I'm doing.
All right, sweet. Yeah, my man Dave is feeling nice today. Feeling a little giggly. I love it.
It's Tuesday.
Hey, that's perfectly fine.
On
I love
a
it.
Tuesday.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Johnny, I'm pretty
Tuesday.
sure he's like on his 4th or 5th drink of the day.
For show.
Shit, I
For
wish.
show.
Oh,
5th
man.
joint, maybe.
Yeah, that's
Not
for
even
sure.
that either. I put
Damn, you didn't
put
start
a
at
new rule on
11:30?
myself to
Oh,
you
stop
pushed it past
smoking.
11:30?
Rules.
Yeah, now I'm a 5 o'clocker now. No smoking before 5.
Damn,
Wow.
son.
That's
Yeah, I know.
that's rough.
You think
Work-
about
work
it,
is
though?
crazy.
You're like,
Hell
yo,
yeah,
let me
I'm-
just finish this.
I be having this like bud like just already broken up in the
chilling.
tray on the side, and I'll just be
Yo,
looking
you
at it
tempting
like
yourself.
I should just roll it up so it's already prepared for when 5 o'clock hits.
Maybe just take a little touch.
That's how it starts.
That's how exactly
That's
how
how
it
it
starts.
starts. It always starts off like, yo, I'm just gonna keep it all the way over there, and
Put it-
somehow
yeah,
it
put it-
like migrates a little bit closer.
Put it
Exactly.
elsewhere.
I mean, roll it up because 5 o'clock is only 7 hours
coming.
away,
It's
so
coming.
it's like, let me pack this up real quick.
I adopted the 11:30 rule.
Oh, not until after
Not until
11:30.
after 11:30 because I
Okay.
take my shit seriously.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. He didn't mention that he wakes up at
I wake up at
11:29.
11. I just take a rip to get out of bed, man.
Oh man, I remember those wake and bake days.
I just
Oh,
go
yeah.
back to sleep. Like a legit wake and bake, you're just going right back to sleep. Like there's
Yeah.
no. I
Right.
wouldn't usually. I could sometimes, but for the most part, like if you wake up and just puff and then maybe have some breakfast and just take a little nap, just
Right.
sleep that shit off. Wake up at like 2, 3 in the afternoon, play some video games.
I remember my
Good
brother.
times.
My brother used
Yeah.
to when he was younger, and now he's on the smoking weed phase. But
Mm-hmm.
back when I was smoking weed, he was like drinking. He was
Yeah.
a drinker. And yes, Danny, I'm talking about you.
Oh,
Danny
Danny, I didn't
Drink?
know.
He's
I
not
mean,
a
yeah.
drinker.
Danny.
No. Well, now he's a drinker and a smoker, but no, there was one at one point he was. It was just a crew he was chilling with. Like that's all they did was drink, but he didn't smoke. I was a smoker. And I remember him telling me, it's just like, yeah, I wake up in the morning, I take a shot, brush my teeth, and I'm like,
Yeah.
like
That's
yo,
gross.
And before you brush your teeth. Ooh.
yeah. I was like, you don't see nothing wrong with that? He's like, nah, man, I'm chilling. You know,
I'm
he's young.
chilling,
He's
I'm
just
just
like in
living.
his early 20s at that point.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter.
And,
You're impervious. to knowledge.
Now he actually tells me, he was just like, yo, what the fuck was wrong with me?
Right.
I'm chilling.
He got
Yes,
kids. He got responsibilities now.
Mm-hmm.
Word.
Makes
No,
sense.
now he's a total pothead, so that's cool. Yeah. That's
That's
ain't
all
nothing
right.
wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. If I could function, I've said it a million times. If I could function on it, I would still be a pothead. I even tried smoking and vaping and all that shit to substitute the weed smoke. But then, the chest pains again. But CBD, I still fuck with CBD sometimes every now and then. Yeah, it doesn't. Hey man, I got to do what I got to do.
It's word.
If I had more time, I'll experiment with actual bud, because I hear that more CBD mixed in with the bud
Cuts down on the anxiety.
cuts it down, yeah, and it helps with the anxiety. Like if you're feeling like like you're spazzing out or something like that, or you're having a bad experience with it, you just smoke some CBD and you'll mellow out. So
really,
I feel like if
you're like on edibles and you're fucking twisted out of your mind, you smoke some CBD, it'll regulate you.
That's what I read. Like the High Times judges would do.
Really?
If they were judging the edibles, they would have CBD on standby so that if they got fucking bugged out, they could just chill out. I've never actually tried it.
That makes
I
me
usually
want to
just
smoke
sleep off.
CBD
I
even
sleep
less.
off edibles. Like, it really takes your high and it fucks it all up.
Yeah, because if you're having a bad high at that moment, why not have something to stabilize you, right?
No, I guess that does make sense, but I don't have bad highs, so like, why would I ever want this in my body? Funny. That's good stuff, though. That's good to know.
If I could,
I don't think I could convince anyone that someone that's having a bad high, like because they did edibles,
continue smoking something.
Like, no, they say that if you smoke this one instead, you're gonna come down a little bit. That would be hard.
I would imagine, like for me, like I've been wanting to try it, but one, I'm not gonna spend money on bud just to experiment.
Right.
And even CBD can be expensive, so it would literally like have to be a certain amount. I would have to like roll up of regular THC bud, and then little bit of the.
I'll bring a joint of each next week. We can go out by the dumpster before we record.
It would have to be after.
That.
I can't record on.
We got this. We got the CBD to bring you down. You'll be able to record.
I don't see.
It might mellow him out too much.
I'd be running the risk of. Now it's just like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with Walk? We're recording a show, bro. I don't want to run that risk. I'd rather do it afterwards
instead of the drop buttons.
Next time we go to the cabin, I'll try some shit like that.
Yeah,
that'd be a good time.
CBD
I thought we were
joints.
shrooming the next time you at the cabin.
Oh, yeah. I'm down for that too.
There we go.
I'm down to do some shrooms for sure.
Word.
But we still have to pick a date, Dave. He ignored that completely in the group text.
That is true.
He was like, "Yo, pick a date," and he didn't even heart it. He like hearted the next day.
Yo,
right
knowing my
over it.
shit is so scrutinized in that group chat, I don't want to fucking chat in there no more. Y'all are wild. Like, yo, why did he heart this, but he liked that? My man's fucking up over here.
Nah, it was just an observation. He was just like, "Yo, you gotta pick a date."
Johnny said they were filling up fast. What are the? Give me some options here.
No, we could talk about it later. We just want to make sure that we get to the cabin at some point.
I saw that. Don't you worry.
You gotta walk out there on the jet ski.
Yo, I want to see that. I saw Joyce was posting some jet ski
sitting
shit,
out there
and I
like
was like,
Khaled.
oh shit, they fucking up. They getting it.
Yeah, I need to grow my beard. I'm gonna get some big ass shades, and then wear like a Hawaiian type shirt, just in like no shirt or no the Hawaiian shirt on the jet ski, and just run around bumping some DJ Khaled shit to see if I get attention.
There you go.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
We the best. Oh man, I would hope I'm not anywhere near DJ Khaled's
I don't
weight.
think so. He's a big boy. That's a big
He's fucking
boy.
That's a
huge.
dude.
He's a big guy.
That's a big dude.
That is a big dude. All right, guys. I don't know. Let's see which question is best for this. All right. Very random question.
From a fan, like a listener.
No, man, they don't do their job anymore. Every now and then, I need to start asking. I need to start
3
asking.
weeks,
Yeah.
and then they moved on.
Right. Word. Would you rather flip a coin for $1 million or take $100K guaranteed?
Ooh. You got a 50-50 shot.
You have a 50-50 shot at $1 million, but it's still a 50-50 shot. You could walk away with nothing.
Right.
Or $100K guaranteed. I'd take the $100K guaranteed.
Yeah, I think I'll have to. But tell me why you would do it, Wonk.
Why I would do it? Because it's guaranteed, man. It's like, yeah,
Guaranteed. You're gonna
there's
get
nothing
this
else
money.
other than, hey, you can flip this coin and literally see, like, have more money than you've ever, had in your life, ever seen in your life. Or I'll give you this, right now, which is still more money than I've ever seen in my life. So I'd rather take the guarantee.
It's like some deal or no deal shit, dude. I don't know about that.
No, I'd take the 100K. 100K guaranteed, and I promise you that I'd make $1 million off of that 100K.
So you're gonna turn it into $1 million anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't tell my girl, I wouldn't tell anybody that I got it. I'd make for real. No, like I maybe I'd like pay for something for us to do, but if I say
so you don't got to worry about her listening.
She might listen to this. We never know anymore.
There's no girl.
She's told me though. She told me. Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
No guests, no girl.
Yeah, there's no female guests, so there's no points in listening.
Flirting. We're all being good out here. We're just chilling, doing our thing. I don't know what these ladies are looking for out here. You hear that, ladies? You hear that?
So yeah, like my girl has told me before, because I told her, I'm like, yo, if I ever won like 100K or some shit on something, I'm investing that. She was like, if I ever heard that you won $100,000 and you did not tell me, and I'm still living in an apartment, I would be furious.
That's fair though.
I mean, it's fair, but I'm not gonna drop $100K on a house when I could invest that in something that would buy us a house and more.
That's still a chunky down payment.
I mean, it's still a chunky down payment, but
take like 20, 30K and
that's not how she meant that. She meant that as in like
buy $100,000 house.
Put that $100,000 down on a house so that we don't have to pay it off in X amount of years type shit. You know what I mean?
Still wouldn't be a terrible idea. It's not the.
It is a terrible idea because then I'm
return. Yeah, on your
right.
There's no
better
return
ways
in
to invest
that.
$100,000, but that's not putting it on a house. Isn't terrible.
Nah,
so you're
man.
not buying rocks and trying to fucking triple that shit.
I definitely get everything that we need for this podcast and future podcasts.
100K, shit. If we all got 100K, we'd be living.
Well,
I'm just
new game. Now we each get 100K.
Well, I thought this was for each of us. If we,
okay.
Which one would you take? Which one would you take?
There's like a genie.
You're right. Yeah.
I mean, I would have to take the guaranteed. But on the flip side, you know, if somebody just approached you, like you're still like, if you go for the mill and you don't get it,
here we go.
You're still, you know, where you were. Like you don't lose 100,000 or lose $1 million. Like you took a shot at $1 million. You almost, maybe you get it. Maybe you get that $1 million. You're no worse off. You're no worse off than you were.
I understand your logic. However, humans in general, the way that we think, even though we didn't have that, we will kick ourselves in the ass.
Of course you are worse off. You would be disappointed. You would be like, just mentally, you would be like,
exactly.
Fuck,
that would make you worse off. Like
that would make you worse off.
For the next.
But if you got that mill,
so
50-50 is not bad. Those aren't terrible odds.
It's
for a lot of things.
Terrible. It's not terrible.
For some
odds.
things that is terrible odds. It depends.
It's not terrible odds. However,
it's probably the best odds you'll ever get.
It is. However, if you don't, it's all on if you don't get it, because if you don't get it, you'll be kicking yourself in the ass that you didn't take that 100K.
I'm taking the 100K. Like,
yeah,
I'm just saying,
I get you.
I'm playing the Johnny Devil's Advocate here and being like, you know,
I'm just telling you why. For me,
you're still no worse off.
For me, it wouldn't have been like I would much rather take the safe bet than to have that 50. That's just how I am. I don't go to casinos with more than $20 and like slots. I don't go to casinos, period.
But I'm saying though, if you go to a casino, you gotta have more than $20 on you.
I don't go to casinos, but if I've ever gone to a casino,
we're gonna go to Del Lago. That shit's fun as a bitch.
If I've ever been to a casino, it was because I was taking someone there, and I'll have like X amount that I would play with, which is gonna be like low. If I lose it, I lose it. If I don't, like, I have no interest in. I don't like gambling.
But it's different when you're in that casino and you're on those slots and they're fucking hitting, dude. If something fucking,
I've gone in there and
something clicks in the dome and you're like, oh, I got to get this money now. I got to get this money. And
I've gone in there with $20, $20, $40 or whatever, and then left there with a couple hundred.
Hell yeah, and that shit feels good as hell.
That shit goes all the way up to like as high as I can get it. and then I'm cashing out.
He's out.
Maybe I'll cash out, and then I'll take 20 of that, and then like keep playing, and then if I lose it, I lose it. If I don't, I don't.
Smart.
But I end up walking. I don't like gambling.
Well,
you
don't have a gambling problem though, so it's not like you're losing everything at the casino. Like, you sound smart about it, where you're like, yeah, I'll set this aside. This will be my gambling money here, and if I lose this, then I'm safe. That's smart. That's smart.
But I'll still kick myself in the ass
if you lose $20.
If I go to $20 and I get myself up to $100. And then I lose that $100, I don't think, oh, well, I lost $20. Instantly, I think, I just lost $100. Because I could have walked away when it was $100.
I feel you. Yeah.
Casinos are fun.
That's the mental.
Thought, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I didn't really have it. I had $20 when I walked in, so I don't naturally think, oh, well, it was $20.
We're taking that $100K.
Yeah, we have $200K. You said you'd take the $100K.
I mean, if you're both taking $100K and you're all putting in on the podcast, now I'm gonna go 50-50 for the fucking flip.
That's true. You are in a better position too in life. I would imagine.
True.
So
I have been blessed, so I might just run the risk that way as well. But I mean, definitely, if y'all are both taking $100K, I might. But if I miss, I will kick my ass. I will kick myself in the ass for it. Even though y'all are still putting in on the pod, and you're still getting more equipment, and we getting better studio and whatever. Not that you're putting the whole $100K on the pod. I ain't gonna put that on you, but. Even though y'all still investing into the pod, right? Like, I'll still be mad that, like, I could have had 100 and instead I got 0.
Yeah, that's the problem right there.
But
we recorded an episode from we recorded from the Caribbean.
Yeah, but
if we both take
still,
100K,
that's still not a good feeling. It's like you either have to accept that you lost 100K or you lost $1 million.
True. I would rather lose 100K than lose $1 million.
I feel you on that.
But yeah, that's how I would look at it. If I go third, I'm probably going for the 50-50. If I was choosing first, same reasons as y'all. I'm going for the 100. Like, it's guaranteed bread, and
100,000.
you can turn that 100 into $100 million. Like you could turn $1 million into $100 million. But yeah, I probably would go guaranteed unless I was choosing last, in which case then I'm throwing my hat in the ring and trying to get that bread.
I feel you.
What if we all made a deal to go for the mill, and then regardless, we make a bet just to split the $1 million. So if one of us gets it, that's $333,000 a piece.
Yeah, but what if none of us gets it?
Then we're stupid. But if one of us has to get it, 50-50 shot. I'm not a mathematician or anything, but
what I do know is that
one of them's got to hit. One of them's got to hit.
What I know about math is that's the gambler's ratio. Is they think that if you do a 50-50 3 times, it's a better odds. But no, unfortunately, it's 50-50 every single time you flip that corner.
Johnny, you got a coin on you? Let's do a coin flip 3 times.
But here's the kicker, though.
Coins.
Here's the kicker.
I don't even know where a coin is in this house.
Here's the kicker. And this was not a part of the question at all. But is it like guaranteed that if you get tails or whatever you call in the beginning on all 3 flips, that's the one that has to fly? Or is it like when it goes in the air, we have to call it right then and there? Because then, to me, even though it's a 50-50 shot, you still have to call it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
it's
we
still
each have to call it.
50-50 shot each time. Like, it doesn't matter if it's me doing it 3 times or each of us doing it once, right?
But for some reason, I feel like it would be harder for me to call it in the air, say heads, it lands on tails. Quest goes, tails, it lands on heads, and then you know what I mean. Like,
so
you
we
have
just
to
make
call
an
it.
agreement. We say we all go heads this time, or we all go tails this time.
But that's what
Right,
makes it a 50
convoluted.
50
It
shot
is.
every
It
time.
is.
Is that every time
It's
you only
ballsy.
got 2 options?
That's
That's
it.
true. That's true.
I'm gonna flip a coin tonight 3 times in a row.
It's just like there's
And you'll
nothing
probably
like
hit
you
the
wouldn't
same
be
thing
able.
3 times.
I'm gonna win $3 million.
I
It's
love
just
it.
like it's just like when you did the random number generator shit like 2 weeks ago, and it showed
Yeah.
up 3, and then it showed
was
up
like
2,
1, 2,
and then it
3.
showed up 1, and you were like, "Fuck that shit, man. That's just too suspect." Technically, those were 3 random numbers between your 25 or whatever. Those were 3 random numbers. It just so happened to be that you didn't like the pattern of them, but they were random 3 numbers. Well, the first one was a 3 out of 25, and the second one was a 2 out of 25.
Don't take away the win from Daddy Mean Master.
That was mad.
She posted.
suspect. I'm
There
like,
was an
yo.
unboxing vid.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
she-
yeah.
That was
She
really,
threw it up.
That was
She
really
threw it
cool. That was really cool. I like seeing that.
Word.
Because I asked her to.
Oh, did you? I thought
Yeah.
she was just
no,
being
you
cool.
have to be strategic in what you tell
My man.
people to do.
But she did it. That was
But
that's
she did
good
it.
shit.
So
She
that was
came
wild.
through.
That was
For
good.
sure.
That was good. So now it's.
I hope she listens and is not just
I would
like
still.
I got
follower
my Delta 8. I'm out.
for the yeah.
Fuck y'all.
She's still following. I don't know if she listens though.
Just keep downloading. You don't gotta listen. Just download.
Yeah. Subscribe
will
and let
never
it
hear her
download
shout out.
automatically. No, for sure.
She'll hear it.
So, all right, what were we gonna say? No, so I don't know. I would still go with the 100K,
Yeah,
even
100K.
if you tried to talk me into all 3 of us have a chance. Let's all go
Let's
for
all
the
go
1
for
mil.
the mil.
Because then we'd split $1 million, and that's more than 100K. One, it still feels like I want the guarantee. 2,
We all want the game.
I would have to. I would start questioning, why is this person like coming at me right now with this? You know what I'm saying?
I picture like a Slugworth from Willy Wonka just like popping out with some glasses on, like in the cut, like, yo, what's up, dude? Like whispering in my ear.
I picture Lucifer from the TV show.
What were you picturing,
Some
Johnny?
slick ass dude with an accent.
I was picturing like a dude that looked like Dave.
What would it do? Like, yo, you want $1 mil or 100K? What you want, son?
What you want?
What you want?
Here's the kicker. You have to flip this. Let's see. All right. Should we do another question or just go right into it? We didn't really do Hollywood news last week.
We didn't know.
Didn't do any
no
Hollywood news, no real
Talk about.
conversation.
No real
Yeah.
conversation.
We did.
I mean, there was conversation. Let's.
Oh yeah. No.
We had a good
Hollywood
time with Gina,
conversations.
yo. Gina was fun.
No, we did.
Oh, it was
We
great.
did.
It was amazing.
That was fun.
We just didn't get to the normal stuff that we normally get into.
Nah.
All right, so I wanted to talk about this because it definitely it's definitely rare, but I kind of like it. Okay, so Jay Cutler is divorcing his wife, Kristen Cavallari. I'm not familiar with her, but you said she was from
The Hills.
The Hills.
is where I first heard the name. She might have done other stuff, but I don't.
That was on MTV, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yep. So the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because this is a story we never really get to hear. So there's been a holdup on the divorce proceedings for this. Why? Because some point in their relationship, she started a business. Let me see she started a business. I'm trying to find out what the name of it is. Doesn't really matter.
Not at all.
But so Jay Cutler wants half because she started this business while he was married to her. He says he gave her moral support, helped her out this entire time, and he wants half of her business. Of course, what is she saying? No way, that's not that's not fair. Blah blah blah.
Of course.
So yeah, of course, right? because that happens to guys all the time.
Usually,
So,
I would say.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yo, what's Bezos got to give up? What's Bill Gates got to give up?
Yep, a lot of money.
So, Kristen, you better hand that shit over.
Hey, man.
As much as I think Cutler's a piece of shit, give him that bread.
You know what? I applaud the man.
Yep. Get it.
What was
Get
it? It's been the talk for a little bit, but yeah, get your money, King. Do that. Get that money, cause you representing us right now. So fuck the sports.
Where do they live? Because I think the law.
I'm sure it's Cali.
Okay, so the Cali law is like very, like, split those fucking assets as far as I know. Like when it comes to divorces and that kind of thing. Like,
yeah.
So if the roles were reversed, why wouldn't she walk away with half? Chicks walk away with half shit all the time. Why can't Cutler walk away with half?
Because we're men and we're supposed to be.
Well, so this is how I'm gonna look at it.
All right, let's see. Let's hear what Johnny has to say.
Typically, assuming there's no prenuptial, which sounds like there's not.
Right.
Typically, it's like it has to do with like you split everything 50 down the middle, right? And oftentimes, the person who makes more money ends up supporting the person who made less. And in a majority of those times, it's, usually the guy, which is why we're having this conversation like this. I'm pretty, I just quickly looked up, like, what's her actual net worth and how much is this company? He's saying he wants 50% of the company. Then to me, I'm thinking then, oh shit, this company must be like, fucking Kim Kardashian or
that's what I was going to say, some Kardashian shit, right?
Some like $1 billion industry. And really, it's not that much money. I mean, they're on this Cosmo article, obviously not accurate, but based on public numbers and how much she made per episode of the shows, how much she made in appearance fees, and how much revenue the company brought in their last reported revenue numbers, they're only calling her net worth 25 mil. And I'm just going to guess that Jay Cutler is worth more than that. Like, I would think he's made more than $25 million in football. He's been in the league like almost 8 to 10 years, right?
I would say, yeah.
Yeah. And endorsement deals. It's interesting for me, that makes me think that he's just being a fucking cocksucker.
This is spite.
He's just pushing it.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Because
he's
actually entitled to
principle.
That amount because, or, half of her company because, we were married or whatever. But more just because he's just pushing the envelope and making it a fucking.
She's getting her cheeks clapped elsewhere, and he's not happy about it. So he's trying to get that bread.
Doesn't matter because none of that would matter if let's say, right, we made a multi-million-dollar company out of this, right? And God forbid we were married, we get divorced.
Yeah, they're entitled to half.
They're entitled to half. So if they get half of the company, what are they going to do? That shit is going to fucking die. The shit is going to die. They just want to kick that shit to the curb. They don't care. Sure. A lot of this shit ends in bitterness. You know what? But in this particular case, it's a man. And so now he's
entitled to it. Absolutely. I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying, like, if it was like if it was like what the fuck is that? Kim Kardashian's little sister's name?
Kylie
Jenner. Yeah, Kylie Jenner, right? She's worth that stupid over $1 billion now, right?
Yeah.
If it was her situation, then she's with who? Tyler the Creator or one of those guys?
No, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott, right? She's obviously worth way more fucking money than Travis Scott. If they were married,
worth way more money than a lot of people on Earth.
Exactly. If they were married, and while she had started this business, then you can't fault the guy. Just like you were talking about with Jeff Bezos and with Bill Gates and they wives, right? They go. You can't even be mad and be like, do they really deserve 50%? Fuck that. They deserve 50% of that bullshit.
Right.
But in this case, he deserves it just because that's the law.
That's a lot, right?
And
at the end of the day,
if
that's
guys
what it
have
is.
gotten shat on for so long, then give
us this one. Give us this one victory.
Give us this victory. We'll all grow cheer together.
And I hate Jay
He
Cutler.
ain't gonna buy nobody a drink off of it, but
nah.
Oh man, I saw one, or I heard of someone's divorce where the man was still paying alimony, and they were divorced for something ridiculous, 15, 20 years.
I see it.
Still paying alimony. She's with a whole other man, and they decided that they're not going to get married because she makes more money from the alimony than either of them make on the. That is bullshit.
Yeah, that is.
That is some bullshit.
And that's, I would say, not.
I'd be so pissed.
But if your girl had an ex-man, that had them fat checks rolling in, be a different story.
You would probably tell her.
But we ain't got to get married. Let's just keep these checks rolling in.
Get them checks rolling. They're still fucked up, man. That's
I know somebody just recently got divorced. Actually, not that recent. It's probably been 3 years now, right? When he got divorced, they lived down south in North Carolina. Bible Belt shit, right? So first off, they couldn't even just get divorced. They went to the judge, and the judge is you gotta go through a formal separation first. You gotta try to reconcile. So he had to attempt a reconciliation when they it's broken, right? Yeah. But it's morals and whatever bullshit they use or whatever. So anyways, on top of that, at this point, he's like, fuck this woman. I never want to deal with her again. There's no way I'm ever going to deal with her or anyone else. Fuck love, all this shit, right?
Yeah, okay.
So in his and the divorce was not amicable, obviously, and she really raked this dude over the coals. He wasn't making bread or nothing, but he did go into a side note. He got into this investment shit where he bought a couple houses. He had a bunch of Section 8 houses
during the marriage.
While they were married, yeah. So she's entitled to his part of that company, that partnership he got into. They ended up having to liquidate the whole fucking thing. They didn't have that many, 5 houses or so. They had to liquidate all of them in order to just pay her. It just turned into so much shit. His partner had to end up paying lawyer fees and all this shit. So a very bad, bitter divorce, right? And this woman is wretched. Super bitch, right? So she's really dragging him. Bruh, why did I just find out that son has, in his divorce settlement, he's got a fornication clause where, so they got kids together. He's not allowed, when he has the kids, to have anyone sleep over the house.
What?
Or what?
For the terms of the fucking divorce until he gets married.
What happens if he breaks that clause, though? Is there legal repercussions?
There would be legal repercussions, and maybe the whole divorce settlement would basically, you break the divorce settlement and have to renegotiate the terms. Well, you're not married again, but you renegotiate the terms of the divorce, and you have to basically pay a shit ton of lawyer fees.
So is that the terms on her end too?
She's not getting her cheeks clapped either.
The terms is on her end, but this bitch is never getting fucked again. There's nobody. She ain't even trying. She's literally, her whole life still 3 years later is about making his life a living hell. And so
those type of people.
Yeah. But bro, so the thing is, homie got a girl now.
Oh, shit.
And
she can never stay at his house?
She can't stay at his house if he's got the kids. And so if they're going on a vacation, they can't. If they they're going on a vacation together, and they got to rent 2 separate houses, 2 separate places to stay. He's bringing the
are the
kids
kids
along.
going on vacation? Are the kids going on vacation?
Yeah,
with
it's
them?
like a big family.
Oh, those
thing.
kids are fucking. I'm never seeing those kids ever again until that clause is up.
Yo,
Yeah, the clause is when you get married.
I'm getting married then, like right there. I'm like, let's go down to the town court and have them sign our shit.
That
Have
shit
it a
is
note.
wild, right?
Right after.
That's why. That's
right
crazy.
after. Get married next day.
Have it a note.
Have it a
Just
note.
so you could start fucking.
So the
Yo, that shit
terms
costs
was
money,
until I
though,
got
guys.
married.
That shit does cost.
I know. I mean, it's
My man's
costing him
trying
money
to fuck
anyway.
right now. My man's trying to fuck.
It's costing him money
I mean, it's
anyway.
not. He's. I would assume it is not preventing him fucking. It's just costing him extra
just
bread
can't
when
do
they
it
go
in-
out of
yeah,
town
yeah.
and shit. And you know,
that's
and it's
yeah,
just
that's
he
a
can
pain.
never
and
have
shit.
his lady over his house. Just it's not like his
that's a
kids
pain in
don't
the
know
ass.
her, right? Like they've been
Right.
dating for a while now. I think
That would only go on until
I feel
all
bad-
the kids
bad
are
for my
at an
boy.
age
Or you
until
can
all
buy
the
them
a-
off.
yeah,
Be like, yo,
until-
listen, here's $30.
but like, listen.
Shut the fuck up.
It's not even. It's like, listen. Never mention that.
Never.
you're-
Never mention Aunt Linda comes over and gets smashed weekly.
I would call her something completely different from the like with the
Like
kids.
her
Like,
actual
what are you
name?
talking about? Yeah, I would call her whatever. Whatever. It would be weird as hell.
I mean,
it
he
would be
does
weird as hell.
eventually want to marry this lady, so then that would be awkward as fuck.
It would. Yeah. Oh, her name is actually.
Well, do you take Rachel? Like Rachel?
Rachel.
Who's Rachel?
Nah. During the wedding, they'll say the real name, and the kids will all be like, "Yeah." Anyway, that's my first name. All right. So the next one. This is. Yo,
I saw this.
we thought NFT was a crazy thought that's just whatever.
Yeah.
So an Italian artist sells an invisible sculpture for more than $18,000.
An invisible
An
sculpture. So it's
invisible
nothing.
sculpture.
It's an
He
invisible.
sells nothing
So he literally
for
sold
$18,000.
nothing to a private buyer who bought this. And yeah, it's called Lo Sono is the name of the sculptor. Yeah.
Which means what?
I don't know. However, I mean, if it was roughly translated to Spanish, what would that be? Like the energy or something? Johnny? You've been to
He's
Italy.
thinking he's.
Anyway,
Maybe.
listen to this. So
Oh, Lo
it
Sono
essentially
is
says,
I am. So
I am. Okay.
yeah,
So
como like yo soy.
okay. So he spoke at an Italian outlet about the piece, saying that he likes to think of the sculpture as a vacuum. And then this is a direct quote from him. He says, the vacuum is nothing more than a space full of energy. And even if we empty it and there is nothing left, according to the Heisenberg uncertainty principle, that nothing has a weight. Therefore, it has energy that is condensed and transformed into particles. That is into us. So he came up with this whole elaborate spiel as to why he's honestly selling you energy, which in fact is nothing. There is nothing there.
Like literally,
He sold
a
you
vacuum
air.
of air. But it's not even a vacuum.
But it's not even a
Like, to
vacuum.
think of it as a vacuum.
Word. 18K.
I'd like to speak to that buyer.
I'm watching this
because I
video.
have
Is it just the
something-
square
Oh,
on the
he's private, of
sidewalk?
course.
here.
It is.
Is there a
It was
square?
like a-
Yeah.
So there's
it's
like
a piece of tape.
a piece of tape on the sidewalk?
It's a piece of
It's a
tape on the
square. It's a
sidewalk.
squared
in the
off
shape of a-
area.
The art world is weird, but come on, man.
18K.
That's gotta be the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Yo,
18K.
The motherfucker that paid $18,000 for this must be loaded.
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
He might just be Bitcoin rich though. You know, there's a lot of people that got mad money in Bitcoin and can't don't have the. I don't know if it's like they don't have the wherewithal or like they don't convert it to cash. They just keep it in crypto because they're so invested in the world of crypto that if you take it out and you convert it to cash, then it lowers the value, right? And so they just want,
right.
And so they keep like converting it to other coins and reinvesting it back and then doing all this kind of crazy weird shit like buying NFTs and yeah.
So you're trying to tell me that American dollars are now just everything is a scam?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, you know, a
feels
lot of
like
these
it.
people
It feels like it.
that are crypto rich don't take the money out into real dollars. Don't convert it, and they just keep it in the crypto market. So yeah, you might be worth $23 million in Bitcoin, but that doesn't mean anything if you're not. I mean, hopefully, a lot of these dudes do take take that 100K out, they take that 500K out,
Right.
Yeah.
buy a house and shit.
Yeah.
But then they leave like all of their money in crypto instead of like turning it into like more safer securities. Because that's what, if I made $23 million on Dogecoin or some shit, you think I'm gonna leave that shit in fucking Bitcoin or Dogecoin?
I'm cashing
Nah,
out.
that
I'm
shit is
cashing
going
out
into
20
fucking
mil.
safer mutual funds or some shit. Just give me that 8% a year.
CD.
These people are insane. But even then, I still cannot see justifying buying an invisible stat.
No.
How are you going to put that up in your house?
What do you do?
What do you
with
mean?
it?
How can you
Pretend
not?
to take it.
You could put it anywhere.
Oh no, this is
It's right here. I put it right down at the end of this table.
I got one right here. You don't see it?
Oh shit! Let me give you 19K for that shit, Johnny. That's fire.
Here's this question, right? Who delivered it and how did that take place?
DHL, because it's in Europe, so you know it was DHL. It was very carefully.
Burlington
Did somebody
Express.
He placed it down. He's like, "Here you go."
Did the guy purchase this and then instantly just grabbed a piece of tape and measured it out and just
Here it is
Did they
now.
chisel it? Did they have to chisel it out of the sidewalk like a Banksy?
Did someone show up at his house pretending to be carrying something extremely
Delivery.
heavy?
Struggling, sweating.
I hope so for $18,000.
Yeah.
Yo,
Put on a show for me. Let me know that my 18K was well spent.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh,
Man.
that's insanity.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it's all like a hoax and like even the buyer was someone that he knew and it's all just publicity to get his name out into the world.
What if he
somehow.
sells it for more? He turns around and he flips it.
I wouldn't put it past anyone, honestly.
Oh man, I can't wait to see what happens with that. Because I remember reading that story and just being like, wow, that's crazy, dude. Might as well just flush 18K down the fucking toilet.
Yeah. Oh, that's.
I just can't believe that like a real Italian auction house listed this shit.
Right.
Yo, do you know? And this is a big ups to the guy, right?
Did they get a percentage of that? Like the auction house that listed it?
Yeah.
Like they had to have, right?
I would have taken it.
They get a fee.
So, can you imagine, one, the balls on this guy to come up with this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two, the imagination that he has to have in order to say this and completely like.
So I said the art world is crazy.
Believe it himself.
He has to believe it. That's why they buying it, because he believes that he's selling this shit. So like he's got a whole story, and that's why he's saying all this shit that you was reading about the weight of particles and all that energy and Heisenberg principles and shit. Like he really is. I mean, he probably doesn't, hopefully, but our artists are so fucking crazy that it's possible.
Do you think
Even
he
if you
took
look
that?
at him,
Do you think he took the time
believes
to
this
just
shit.
do you think he fake chiseled it?
He
Like in his own time by himself, he's just like going around like, okay, this is perfect now.
Just like that too, with an invisible hammer and an invisible
Right. Oh,
chisel.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I mean he had an actual chisel and all that. Like just the hand motions, dude, like, yep, it's good to this is my masterpiece.
It's
That's why.
I don't know, man. Looking at this guy too.
I mean, he
looking
just
at
looks
this guy
like
too.
a fucking scam artist.
Yeah.
But look how serious he is, though.
serious.
You can
It's
see
like
his huge dick
he's-
wrapped around his leg because it takes fucking balls to pull that shit off, dude.
He has elephantitis
Fuck,
of the
dude.
nuts
Props.
because those balls are huge.
Props.
All right, man.
Yeah, props to him.
So
Salvatore Garral.
yeah, props to him.
Sally.
Not so many props.
Ooh, no.
Drake Bell of Drake and Josh charged with endangering children.
What does that mean?
Ooh.
What kind of child endangerment? Or was he smoking in the car while he was
that's
driving?
all
Did he leave
sex.
him in a hot car? Like,
No, this
what-
was all sex.
Why wouldn't they
sex-related.
say like sex stuff though? They made it sound very non-sexual. In all the headlines I read, was it actually like a sexual crime against children?
Yeah, so apparently, because I was
think it's
reading
just a
into
legal
this, so he was arrested because of it was an incident that happened. It says it took place on December 1st, 2017, and let's try to get into
Inappropriate
actual
chat
information.
that at times was sexual in nature.
Yep, with a minor.
How old? Did it just say a minor? Not that it matters.
It doesn't
'cause
say.
a minor is a minor.
Yeah. It said, I guess it doesn't say what the age is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
He denied the claims, saying he never abused. No, this was a different story where he was also accused of abusing his ex-girlfriend,
I think it
and
looked
beating her.
weird, skinny.
Yeah.
He does though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like
Weathered.
like
Looks
a
Looks
weathered.
like somebody we know.
Yo.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
it's funny because I said the same thing. I said the exact same thing. I said, you know what? Fuck him.
He actually did. I remember that now.
He's like,
I was like, oh,
Yep.
that makes so much fucking
Yep.
sense.
I said, what did you expect?
Oh man, this is
Just pull that fucking picture away. I don't even want to look at it anymore.
He looks like Jim Carrey in The Mask, but if the mask was regular color.
If it was a skin-colored mask, that would be
The Mask, like
that
Jim
would be
Carrey.
Stanley Ipkiss.
Yeah, no, because he still looks weird. He looked weird. He looks like Conan O'Brien.
He does look like Conan.
He looks like Conan O'Brien,
With the
a young
Conan
Conan
hair.
O'Brien. If they ever made a movie, they had to get Drake Bell to play.
It's gonna be a lockdown.
Ooh, I just
Yeah, he's gonna be on lockdown.
found the incident here.
Oh,
There we go.
15. You wanted to know the age?
Ooh,
15.
Whoa.
15. Okay. Not cool.
Whoa. Please, Dave, elaborate on what would be
Elaborate.
Not
cool.
cool. That's 18, 19, 20, 21. Those would all be very cool.
Well, none of those would be child endangerment.
Exactly. That's why they would be cool. Jesus, Johnny, what are you getting at here?
The man is 34, man. It's so
Yeah, that's
Ooh.
fucked up.
yeah. So
Ooh,
I just thought
and apparently had established a relationship with him several years prior.
whoa.
Oh, it was a little
Oh,
dude.
so they
it was
were-
a little dude?
He said it was a dude.
Was that?
The 15-year-old was a dude?
No.
No,
I
no, no,
said
no,
that
no,
the
no.
Oh.
victim
She
had
established
established
that.
a relationship with Bell
Gotcha.
several
Yeah,
years prior.
That's wild. So it was even.
Oof.
He was like
13,
priming her
12.
up.
Yeah. he
Chris D'Elia
groomed her
style?
from 13
Damn.
up to 15 or who knows.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no. fucking weird.
Yeah, not
These
good.
fucking people.
Yeah, it
man.
looks like 2 years possibly.
It was wild though that I saw that shit pop up, and I'm like, what? Like,
I didn't know
Anyway.
anything about that. I don't even know this
Has
dude got
Josh
skinny.
Peck? Josh Peck commented. No, that was
That's-
Josh
no,
Peck.
no,
Dude.
the
Josh
other
Peck
one.
was the chubby dude.
Oh, okay.
That dude was always skinny.
yeah, he was always skinny. He was the weird one from All That.
No, that was the. Was
Drake
that
Bell
the
was
same?
from All That.
No, Josh Peck was from All That. Drake
What?
Bell was on All That.
I could have
Was
sworn
it
he
new
was.
All That?
Oh no, never mind. I think I know.
You're thinking of the
I didn't
other, the
know
only
either
other
of them
white
were in All
dude
That.
on yeah.
No, because the dude from All That looks
He looks-
exactly like.
Oh, that was
like
Josh Server. Josh
Okay.
Server. That was the white dude from All That.
Because they look exactly alike.
Yeah. No, they do. Now that you say that, I can see that.
So, oh man,
All That was way before
yeah,
those
that's
dudes.
true. That's very true. That
That was my shit, though.
That was my shit,
That was the
too.
Kids Saturday Night Live. That was fire, dude.
That was,
It was.
where Keenan and Kel came from.
Mm-hmm.
I saw. Side note: we all know Keenan, what he moved on to do. He's on SNL. He does all kind of voice acting. He's
He's doing his thing.
prosperous career. My man Kel, not so much.
No.
I saw a video on TikTok was just like that said something like, he was like, tell me you're Kel Mitchell without telling me you're Kel Mitchell, and he holds up an orange soda like. I'm like, really, bro? Like,
Was it Kel Mitchell?
it was Kel
Oh, it
Mitchell.
was Kel Mitchell. Okay,
But it
that's
was
funny.
like he's holding up an orange. Like you're still holding on
Yeah.
to
That's all
Good
he's
Burger
got. That's all
jokes?
he's got, dude.
That's
He's
rough.
got.
That's how he does it.
That's
Keenan-
rough,
the
dude.
Keenan
Bro,
and
he
Kel
got
show,
nothing.
though, was,
I mean,
was
fire.
fire.
Keenan's tried to help him out with a bunch of shit. He's always.
I don't think he
tossing him
wants
bones
none of
and
it,
shit.
dude. Yeah, like he doesn't.
He doesn't want to associate, not
But
necessarily
he's got the
associate
orange
all
soda.
the
I mean,
old
he's
shit.
associating himself.
Wait,
with
No,
who's
no, no,
gonna
no. I'm
hold the
talking about
orange soda.
Keenan. He was talking about Keenan.
Gotcha.
Keenan just doesn't want to hold on to like that past shit. You know what I mean?
Keenan's
Yeah,
past all that.
But
Like
he's
nobody
like tossed Kel like
lifelines. Like, hey, bro.
lifelines. Like, yo, get involved with this and be in this that I'm doing, and like he hasn't really given up on dude. But it like to your point, like it seems like Kel is still holding on to them old ass jokes. He don't got no new material.
Yeah.
Like, what does he even do? Like, stand up anywhere? Indie movies? Like, usually those guys do
He's
something.
popped up
They
in like
move
a
into,
movie.
Like, they'll be camera guy. Like, they'll get behind the camera. They usually do something in the
Something.
business.
He's popped up in movies, but it's like very low budget stuff.
Kel Mitchell.
Yeah, Kel Mitchell. The only major movie that pops up is Good Burger.
Of course.
But he's been.
Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
Oh, he returned to All That. All That came back, and he's back on All That.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Keenan is producing the new All That and brought Kel in
Okay.
as like a co-producer or something like that to try to
Just throw him
again
a
toss
bone.
him a
Yeah,
bone.
dude.
Yeah.
No, he's been consistently working over the years. We just don't see him doing anything. A lot of voiceovers,
okay.
TV
Lot of
series.
Low key shit.
He always had that dope voice, though. Like, I could see him doing voiceover acting. And
Yeah,
shit.
he has something that has come out every single year, at least 1 to 3 projects that have come
Good.
out consistently
I'm
every
glad.
single year.
Good for him. That makes
Good
me
he's
happy
working.
to hear.
Not
Yeah.
going broke.
No. But
Hopefully,
still,
those are all things that made money.
he's even been on Robot Chicken.
Robot.
Yeah.
Probably playing
I
Kel
can't believe
Mitchell.
that shit is still going on.
It is.
Right.
It is.
Yo, that show has made Seth Green how much bread?
So much
dude.
money.
That shit
And
has
it's
been
funny.
on
I
since
catch
what, like
that shit.
2004?
I catch that shit all the time, dude. And it's
I
always
don't-
it's
I
always
don't
wild,
see.
but it's always funny, dude. When I see that shit, you can't go wrong.
Pink Panther and Pals. What the fuck?
Where does that? I wonder where that streams.
The Adult Swim app.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got.
And
their
I'm
own
sure-
shit.
Only on there, right?
Yeah, probably.
I'm
Or
sure.
maybe
No, I'm
Hulu?
sure it's probably on Hulu.
Maybe HBO Go. I mean, they have some sort of animated deal. They got Rick and Morty on HBO Go. Could have a special.
207 episodes of
Of what?
Robot Chicken.
Damn.
2005 it started.
2005.
16 years.
Wow.
Well,
16
I mean, they
years.
just they pull from pop culture, so you don't run out of that shit.
You don't. And it's quick ass little shorts.
Right, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
They're very easily like digestible.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's nice.
Adult Swim, dude, they kill it with those little 15-minute. Like I used to think they were stupid, but like a lot of them are just enough. Like because those shows are so wild usually that you can only handle like 15 minutes.
It just has to be a quick.
Yeah.
And like with Robot Chicken specifically, it just has to be a quick joke. Quick joke. So even if it wasn't funny, you'd be like, oh, okay. Like you just let it fly, and then the next one will be funny. So it's just like real small bursts of stuff. So I can see that continuing.
Yeah.
You don't have to really have a storyline. It's just like very small skits.
But even the scripted shows that they would do, like there was a show on Adult Swim called The Three Busy Debras. And it sounds like the most stupid show, and it kind of was. But I ended up catching an episode of it, and like you said, they're only 15 minutes, so before I even realized that I want to change the channel, I've watched this whole shit, and it's ending, and I'm laughing at it.
Right.
And then before I know it, me and Ash are like tuning in at midnight on Adult Swim on Sunday nights to watch the fucking Three Busy Debras, dude. Like, they have so much just funny, short content that's easily...
You still have cable?
Digestible. I have
That's
to pay
the
for
thing. That's why
I have to pay for I pay for cable so that I can watch the fucking Yankees shit the bed every night.
That's true. I can't. I think we've had that conversation. I can't remember like if I would be more inclined to watch something like Robot Chicken or come across something
if I was just flipping through channels. Yep.
Right. But other than that, like I've seen Robot Chicken come up on like Hulu or one of those channels.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, Robot Chicken.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to keep looking for something.
Exactly. Same exact. It's like I'm not intentionally choosing Robot Chicken amongst all the different option I have to decide on something. But if I was flipping through, hells yeah, I'll stop for a little quick second.
That's what I'm saying. It's easier for TV to tell you, hey, this is what's on. Watch this, than for me to spend fucking a half hour flipping through multiple streaming fucking services to find something that it does take me that long. Like it takes me and Ash, like sometimes we don't even want to watch a movie. Like we look for a movie for so long or something that we agree on that we're just like, all right, you want to just watch TV until we go to bed? Like it ends up becoming that.
It does take me a while because I don't know what my girl wants to watch. I don't know if she's gonna be watching it, if she's getting into it. You know what I mean? And then we agree on a show, and us two agreeing on a show sometimes I'll have to like brush over something because maybe I do want to watch it. I don't know if she wants to watch it, but if she does, I know that I have to like that's what I have to, if it's a long series, that's what I have to watch every single night with her, because she has to get through that that show before we watch anything else.
I'm not in there because I've been fucking watching this stupid goddamn Handmaid's Tale for the last like 3 weeks.
Where are you, by the way? Are you getting close or what?
I'm like episode 8, I think, of season 3.
Okay.
Episode 9.
Yeah.
You're getting there.
Yeah, you're getting there.
Was season 3 one of the like
You're
12
still like fuck this show.
Was season 3 one of the longer seasons? Because there was some that had 10 and
both
some
of them.
that had
Season
13.
2 and 3 were both fucking 13 episodes. I was like, what the hell is with this goddamn 13
season
episode
4
bullshit?
Season 4 is only 10, so it goes back down.
Okay.
And
it's
9
finished?
9 is gonna
no
9 is gonna be this week and 10 next week, I believe.
Oh, okay. Damn,
But
I didn't even know.
The penultimate episode of Handmaids is usually the most fire episode of the season. So tomorrow, well, this is going to air on Thursday.
Every single time that we catch, because I catch it the night of generally, and then I wait for Dave the very next day,
next
or
day
like
I
maybe
watch,
that Friday.
Tomorrow
Like,
is it, right? It comes out on Wednesday?
Yeah.
So today, yesterday, according to the listeners.
Right.
This is the penultimate episode?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not going to make that.
No,
I might make it for the finale.
You could.
Yeah.
Buckle in.
Yo, and
up.
he'll just like text me like, yo, did you see Handmaid? And then we just start going ham.
Well, because we don't want to throw it in the group chat because you're not
not.
there. So we do it separately so we can have our own conversation. And it's usually like an early morning type of conversation because like I'll think about it when I wake up. and I'll think like he probably watched it. He usually tells me when he does, and then we'll just go off and we'll give our thoughts, and it's nice. It'd be nice if you were there, Johnny, but I don't think you're not there quite yet.
There.
We just know. Soon. We just know Johnny's take on it.
For season 5, Johnny will be ready.
Yeah.
We'll do a live reaction.
He's like, I'm already in. Like, I've already seen every fucking episode. I'm just might as well keep going.
Yeah, he's in it now. It's too late
he's
to
in
stop.
All right, so we'll do one more piece of news because this was kind of crazy too. So we were talking about Drake Bell. You know, obviously he's a kid star. You know, Kel and all that. But apparently, Jojo Siwa, paramedics were called to her house over the I think it was over the weekend because she came out as, you know, as being part of the LGBTQ community. I want to say late last year or something like that. It was fairly recent.
Sounds about right, yeah.
Where's she from? She's from that Dance Moms show or the
it's
dance
no.
She
has
YouTube.
Yeah, she's
just a
one of
YouTube?
those kid stars that just she wears the big bow. I don't really know. I've never my kids don't watch it.
I thought she was from something. Like I thought she started on Dance
I think
Moms.
she's just from. No, I don't think so. Well,
she just looks weird, like one of those kids.
Could be. All I've known her from is YouTube, and then she's like started as a little kid, but now is a big person that still dresses like a little kid.
Yeah. Yep. You're not wrong.
Yeah, an American dancer, singer, actress, and YouTube personality known for appearing for 2 seasons on Dance Moms along with her mother.
Okay.
That makes sense. Well, she's 18
so she went
now.
from Dance Moms and then started a fucking YouTube channel and
Yeah.
caked.
That's easy to start a YouTube channel. People know who the fuck you are.
Yeah.
Yo, not to bring too much of a tangent, because I know I do that a lot on the show, but did y'all just see, and I didn't put this in the show notes because I saw it literally like right before the show started. BTS, you know, the Korean K-pop band, they say that they made some shit like $20,000 a minute last week because they got 500 some odd million YouTube views on their new video that dropped.
Jesus.
And you get like somewhere between like $2,000 to $3,000 for every 100,000 views.
Damn.
So multiply that 500 million. They made like maybe like 20 something $million in a week.
And they got
crazy.
that McDonald's meal. Don't they have their own McDonald's meal?
They got
out
a
there?
fucking
the BTS.
McDonald's
Travis
deal.
Scott had it. Jay Balvin
Travis
had one.
Scott, Jay Balvin, and now BTS. Yeah.
Wow.
I tried the dragon sauce. That shit is actually pretty fire.
Spicy.
I remember
No pun
doing the
intended.
I remember doing the Travis Scott meal. That was good. It was just like a Big Mac with like
It was like a regular meal, right?
yeah, it was like a regular meal, and then you like it came with barbecue sauce for the fries. Like yeah,
It was like a Big Mac with like a little extra, like basically a thing that they. I think that's the idea. About
it was a quarter pounder
deals.
with lettuce and tomatoes.
Yeah, it's like a thing with that, like people, how they change their Big Mac meals when they like tour the city or whatever. Because like the J Balvin meal was like a Big Mac with fries, but it came with an Oreo McFlurry.
Yeah, it was like a specific McFlurry,
It was something
but
mad
it was
basic.
yeah. It was like a specific McFlurry though, because I remember it being like an odd type of McFlurry. But anyway, let me get back to this real quick because
people make money when they're fucking celebrities.
That I can't wait till we get to that point. So apparently paramedics were called to her house during her pride party, because one of her guests ended up overdosing. A 30-year-old man at an 18-year-old's party ended up overdosing, and cops were called to her house. This is wild.
Opiates? Just like a heroin overdose?
I don't think they get into too much. Oh, no. Right here. It says, confirmed an unidentified 30-year-old man was transported to the hospital after he suffered a suspected overdose on LSD.
Ooh.
He was just tripping balls too hard?
Tripping balls too hard? What does an overdose on LSD look like?
It's probably just a bad trip, dude. You could eat one tab, and if you're fucking having a shitty trip, it could seem like an overdose, I guess.
Tripping on LSD at a party.
Yeah, with a whole shitload of people.
I can only imagine what one of her parties is like.
Right. Dance moms.
Because I feel like I've seen one of those like crib walkthrough things of her house when she first bought like a house in LA or some shit. And it was like fucking bonkers, like just like a playland shit. I can't.
LSD. Oh, that almost sounds like a marijuana overdose. Like that sounds weird.
It's not even like it's like a kid. Like you can't even say like, oh, you know, like she had a kid over and you know, like
it's a grown ass
they were
man.
trying. It's a grown ass man.
Made a decision to eat LSD.
If you're 30 years old trying LSD,
yeah.
that was a choice you made that you probably didn't make for the first time.
Yeah.
Like, man,
probably took 2
I'm feeling crazy today. I'm at Jojo Siwa's party.
Yeah.
I think I should eat this first tab in my life and give it a go. What do you think, Johnny?
Oh wait, they said it was his first time.
Oh no! I was just saying a dig. Like, what the fuck? We know that it's not
his first time. You can't be. Like, I've never taken LSD, right? I am not going to be the one that's at a party. Like, I'm assuming it's a mansion with
you're
anybody.
A competent, smart person.
I guess, yeah.
Right. You have
There's
common,
a lot of dumb
thinking
motherfuckers out here.
Yeah,
I'm probably, you know what? If you guys just want to call me a bitch on the podcast, that's perfectly fine, okay? I'm a little bitch. I would not take LSD.
I wasn't thinking bitch, but if you want to be called a bitch, I can call you
I
a
wasn't
bitch.
thinking that either.
We're all pretty logical thinkers. I don't. But Johnny,
not taking a mind-altering substance does not make you a bitch.
I probably know. I was gonna, you know, continue suit and say I'll take it at the cabin, but I don't think I want to do that either.
I have some in my freezer, so if you want to, you let me know.
Jeez, I believe you.
I'm not lying.
I know you're not lying. He's like, I have LSD in my freezer right now.
Just for a special occasion, if I get invited to a young girl's birthday party or pride party, I will trip my balls off.
That
dude.
does not sound good. You should probably.
That does not sound good.
You should probably throw
Pride
in
party.
their 18-year-old
pride party.
Yes.
Jojo C. How old is she?
She's 18.
Then there you go.
There you go. Okay.
Then I didn't fuck up. We're good. We're good.
No, you said a young girl's.
A JoJo. I said JoJo.
You said if I get invited to a young girl's party.
I'm the guy that overdosed here. Don't you turn this around on me, you bitch.
You calling me a bitch now?
You told me to.
Oh man. Dave is out here wilding.
My freezer.
My man got LSD in his freezer and he's tripping with his comments.
I'm due for a hit.
He's just
been a
waiting
while.
for them
I've never done it.
quinceañeras to start rolling up.
Word.
Are they like 15? What is it, like 16?
My man is waiting for my
That's terrible. That's terrible.
He's waiting for my wedding to go ahead and pop some LSD.
There we
He's like,
go.
Oh,
There we
Walk
go.
is here. We're doing this.
Time to
babe.
go.
They're gonna come around.
You're gonna be tripping balls at your wedding.
He's gonna be at his house looking at fucking rainbow colored piss streams.
To the pissing contest, like I'm shrooming.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh man.
Don't
All
do
right.
Gina like that.
What? What are you talking about? That was such a great story, by the way. I've never heard of that.
Still
shit.
fucks me up. It still fucks me up.
I've never heard of anyone saying that at all.
Pissing so freely
like,
in your
yeah.
crib, dude.
And then just not caring about
Not
cleaning
caring.
it up either.
Not at all.
Like, just like, like
it's
she
just
completely brushed that off. Like, oh, dude, I don't give a fuck about cleaning
it's just
this.
piss.
She's like, yeah, whatever.
It's sterile when it comes out of the dick, so
She's like, I was high. I didn't care.
I was streaming too, so it's all good.
I can see that though, because now picturing where that door is in that corner and the toilet being right there, I can see motherfuckers being like tripping.
Yeah.
trying to piss off of there. I'm just surprised that no one tried to jump or anything. All right. So
it's a full size door?
It's like a window with literally I can't remember if it was an actual like railing, like a small like iron type railing that you would see in your average flimsy like balcony kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like there's something, I remember vaguely something being there like that, but I can't remember if the whole thing opens out. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's still very strange to have an opening of any sort.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Facing the bathroom.
Like to speak to the architect of that.
Word. But it's a nice ass house
filled with piss.
Well, the bathroom, yeah, that night it was.
Not everyone was shin deep in piss. Shrooming their balls off.
So one of the things that we did miss is that in Hollywood news, Hollywood. The Quiet Place part 2 came out and smashed the box office.
That's not hard. Box office hasn't been smashed in a minute.
I was gonna say
Shit was tight as hell.
I was gonna say that.
To loosen it up.
Smashed the box office with $57 million debut.
It sounds like you're being a little cynical here.
Smashed, obliterated the box office
because
Johnny.
That's the way that they made it seem. That's the way that they made it.
Agreed.
In
smash
context,
is a terror. In context, that's the headline. But they made more money than Quiet Place 1 did opening weekend.
That's true. That's true.
So,
Quiet Place, and we talked about it. You've seen it since
I have
then.
seen it, yes.
And it's a fire-ass movie. I am excited to watch part 2.
I want to see it in the theater.
I don't know when I'm going to get it. Yeah, I want to watch it in the theater, too.
I just have to find time to go.
Facts. Same. Big facts. But, I don't
know why that was whispered.
I don't either. It just seemed appropriate.
But no, yeah, they smashed the box office for, they call it the pandemic box office because it made more money than Tenet and, all the movies that did release.
Right.
But this is, first of all, Tenet, when it dropped, we were still
pretty locked down.
Pretty locked down and pretty deep into COVID. Yeah. It was just like they were holding out until that first week when they were
September, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty late, dude. It was late.
Yeah.
No, I want to say it was later. I want to feel like it was November, December, like November, early November.
December, it was on HBO.
And I feel like that's where I, or no, maybe I downloaded it. But see when it hit, because I feel like it was at least November. It was cold.
September 3rd.
September 3rd, really?
Yeah.
Yep. September 3rd.
It hit theater. And then it went to Netflix or HBO in December.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn, we waited all that time without seeing it.
We waited all that time, and even then it was
nothing
just
was
like,
open. We had nowhere to go see it.
Yeah.
No, we didn't.
Well,
and
no, I think the November that you're thinking of
was
that typically on digital downloads, the let's just call them the Pirate Bays of the world.
The screeners.
They make their way out usually about 3-4 weeks, sometimes 2 weeks ahead of time that they actually drop on the digital services. So that may be how you saw it was on some nefarious
on a Plex server somewhere.
Yeah, someone else's Plex server.
No, I saw it. I saw it in December, dude. I saw it when it hit HBO.
You saw it on HBO?
Yeah, or at least I downloaded it once it hit HBO. But it was definitely December when when I saw it. It had to have been.
Yeah, it was. But even then, we're talking about.
I mean, my Plex is only filled of backups of my movies.
Moving on.
His collection, that's all he owns.
So like, but we're still talking about like box office releases up until this point. Like now the world is somewhat open. We have the vax out and everything. of course, whatever movie came out that isn't tied to HBO Max, to an HBO Max release, is going to kill the box
everything's gonna
office.
smash from here on out, dude. Like I feel like it's gonna grow every time.
People are so
People are
pissed
out
off.
there, they're vaccinated,
People are so pissed
normal.
off that certain movies don't come out. Like, here's the thing, right? When it comes to us here in America, man, people are literally talking so much shit about movies that are not going directly to streaming services because one studio made a deal with HBO Max. This guy.
Right.
One studio made the deal with HBO Max. And
they own the studio. Or the studio owns HBO Max or whatever.
Well, whatever. And they're releasing the movie, but it is still one studio. So now we get everybody that's just like, what? So now nobody, like, what? This isn't releasing on HBO? That's bullshit. Like, they needed...
Right.
No, these are conditions that came out because of the pandemic. They weren't going to make any money. They decided, let's do this for the people. And instead of looking at it like, yo, this is dope. I like that this is happening every month. No,
Right.
they're just now as soon
Now
as
they
we get
expect that for everything.
exactly. We get an inch but expect a mile now, right?
Yo, it's like this whole thing with like people really wanting to just work from home now, 100%.
Right,
And-
forever.
Yeah, forever. And,
Forever.
I mean, I get that it's dope to work from home. It's really nice and it's convenient and it helps in a lot of ways. But I don't know why anyone just assumed that because we made it possible that somehow businesses were going to be like, okay, well then this is just the new reality and that's how it's always going to be.
So
Like, people are getting like real upset about the fact that they're being called back into the office to work, especially, and I get it. Like I said, it is much better to work from home, but the places that are like offering like a flex schedule and being like, you know what, actually, if you want to work from home like 1 day a week or 2 days a week, we'll be cool with that. That sounds like, yo,
Yeah.
that's a deal.
yeah,
Thanks.
that's word.
And people are like,
Nah.
what's wrong with you? We can do it 5 days. Why do I have to ever go back? And it's like, yo, like, you know, move that bitch inch by inch. It's just like with the movie shit, you know, like,
Yeah.
yes, we'll get. I feel like out of the what we got from this situation is, one, we know studios can do it, and so we'll probably get better at home releases on day of good quality movies, you know, and that not only on Netflix, right? Like I think we'll get, you know, HBO, Paramount now is, you know, really pushing in their Paramount Plus, Peacock with Universal Studios. I think we'll get more of those on the cock.
I was going to say that. I was going to jump in with the cock, but I didn't want to cut you off and be a dick. Thank you, Johnny.
But I think we'll get more of these high quality, big budget releases that are streaming only, due to what we went through. But these motherfuckers that expect every dope movie to come out on streaming first or at the same time at no additional cost, nah, bro. Like, slow down. Like,
That was something we're going to
That's
tell
just
our
not
kids
how-
about one day.
Yeah,
Like,
and
yo,
like the
movies
only
didn't always
reason
have
you
to go to the
can
theater.
make a $150 million budget movie is because they're gonna make $800 million off of it.
Yeah, and I've seen, back to the point, like with that in regards to Hollywood, right? We still see those people that complain about like paying that Disney Plus Premiere access for a movie that's
Right,
$30,
exactly.
right? That's $30. And, you know, if you don't want to do that, that's within your right, because there are some movies that you probably wouldn't have gone to the movie theater to watch.
Exactly.
Perfectly fine, you know? But to sit there and talk shit like, how dare they charge $30 for this when I'm already paying monthly? But you would naturally, like, if a movie came out in a movie theater,
You're not paying monthly for that future movie.
right? You're not paying monthly for that movie that just dropped in the movie theater. You're paying monthly for the app, but because the theater is closed and you get to watch it in the comfort of your own home, now you're complaining about the extra $30 that possibly you wouldn't have. It's still cheaper than anything that you would have paid, right? Because you remember, if you have kids like me, like I have 3 kids, that's a movie ticket per kid, movie ticket for me, movie ticket for my girl, right? And the kids want popcorn. That's a lot of fucking money right there.
Easy.
You know, they're eating popcorn. They want drinks.
You gotta get
it's
a drink.
so
Dude, you can't
much.
just
It's
have
so
popcorn.
much money.
Yeah.
Right.
So the $30 for you to watch it right then and there, if you don't want to pay it, cool, that's fine. You don't have to. But don't sit there and go on social media or complain that they are that they actually want to make money off of this production that they've
How dare they want to turn
so
a
many
profit
people
feed
have
their families.
Yeah, they're feeding their families. They have you know, they've all played a part in creating this and making this is their livelihood.
Times of their life, yeah.
Actually, that and you know, that actually helps me roll into another piece of news that I thought was dope, right? So remember that Zendaya came out with that movie Malcolm and Marie with Denzel's son.
Yeah,
John
David Washington. They came out with that movie, right? So I thought this was dope. Zendaya gave the entire film crew at least 1% equity in the film so that they would earn a bonus when the film was sold. So eventually the movie was sold to Netflix for $30 million. And each crew member made at least $300,000 from the deal.
That's fire.
300K plus
1%.
from the deal.
Fucking A.
That's awesome.
Like, who's doing that? Nobody. But it's the same shit. These people need to get paid. So all these people that are complaining about paying that extra $30.
From what I read, it was major people on the filming crew. It wasn't like the whole filming crew. So if you're that fucking key grip that didn't get that 1%, that's fucking shitty, dude. Like, that feels shitty, but I get the sentiment is awesome. Like,
It can't go to every single person, but still.
Maybe like a 0.2%, maybe split a percentage.
I'll tell you
between
one
the four
thing.
people. I feel like that I would get shafted. I know.
One step better than anyone else.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's still like we have like
amazing.
no one is doing that. No one has done that. Everyone is taking L's on their movies.
Yeah.
Right? They spent all these millions of dollars to make these movies, and they're all taking L's. They're maybe selling it to a company that has a shit ton of money to pay for this film so that they can make the bare minimum to at least make their money back. And these people.
But like, for instance, like we were talking earlier about Quiet Place, they were upset. We talked about this earlier with the Warner Brothers deal, because they get a cut on the back end. Like that was the thing, is that they didn't make a ton of money on Quiet Place, but it was a cult hit, and so they knew that Quiet Place 2 was gonna be gangbusters. So when they made the deal with the studio, they were getting a cut of ticket sales, and since it's no longer, or it was possibly not going to be, that's what happened. They shortened the time window of how long it'll be in theaters, which would eventually cut out on their dollars. And that's, just another situation where they want to get people to see it. People are still scared to go to theaters for some reason, and so they, they want to get them into these streaming services quicker, and these people that make the movie, right? Like, these people are the director, producer, executive producer, etc. They're getting shafted. The entitlement is it's annoying.
Yeah. I don't know, man. The pandemic really changed a lot of things for all of us, and
it did.
It's no different.
So it's like going back to the $30, right? Black Widow's gonna come out on, just like Cruella did, on Disney Plus for an extra $30. Boom. If you want to see it at home, you have the option now. But you also can just go to the motherfucking theater if you don't feel like if you feel like $30 is too much money, then just go to the theater.
Yeah.
And watch it at the theater. Or wait the 45, 60 days or whatever, and then watch it on Disney Plus as a regular streaming the way you would normally do it anyways.
Which is fine. The problem is when I start hearing people actually complaining that
I know.
Now
I'm
this
not
is what they
talking
have
to you.
do.
I'm talking to them.
No. I know you are. I know you are. I'm just trying to elaborate that it's like, it's not even the fact that you don't want to do that. That's fine that you don't want to do that. But I don't want to hear you talking shit about it either.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
the sooner these movies get dropped digitally, we all know, and these studios goddamn know well, they get fucking torrented immediately.
Yep.
These web rips, they're everywhere. Mm-hmm. That has to cut. So the sooner a movie is released digitally, whether it's Apple TV, Paramount, what have you,
doesn't matter.
It is on Pirate Bay within fucking minutes. Mm-hmm. That has to cut into a little bit, even if it's not, it's not going to shut down a production or anything, but these studios have to be losing money the sooner they release these things digitally, because I know myself, I downloaded Cruella. I fucking scooped up a copy of Cruella, and I'm going to watch that shit for absolutely no money, and I will never spend a dime on it. And that is money that, like, these
allegedly
they have to know for sure.
He's
100%. Nope, it's not even alleged. I'm doing it. I'm fucking stealing the shit out of that bitch. I don't give a fuck. No, but I'm saying, like, this goes for anything that gets released digitally.
No,
Netflix,
I get what you're saying.
Shows, all that.
I get what you're saying.
I would be nervous as a studio. Like, I would be hesitant to release my shit digitally, knowing what a bitch I am and how I'm going to just fucking take that shit regardless. Everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's tough. It's tough. But then it's more so the people that are just like, screw that. Why isn't this for free? Mm-hmm. We have been We've been spoiled
so hard.
We have gone through this pandemic, or
we
even like
this is owed to us.
Or even like I've heard, like you brought up Black Widow, where people are just like, you know what, we've been waiting for this for so long. It's owed to us that we get this movie for free. Yeah. Why are you making me pay for this movie? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Like, no. So now, like, we were okay with paying these people all that money, like celebrities in general, like movie stars. We were okay with them getting millions, but because we hit a pandemic and everything got fucking pushed back and pushed back and pushed back, now you're owed this free movie.
Right.
No, it doesn't work that way.
Like, imagine if there wasn't, like, hard to imagine. Imagine if there wasn't a pandemic, but they just kept pushing the film back as films do get delayed, typically, outside of the pando. And so what, people were going to start fucking demanding that they release this free on streaming services just because they delayed it?
You've pushed this
Or I
back
should be able to go to the theater for free? No ticket for this one. Get the fuck out of here.
I should have got Cyberpunk for free because they pushed that shit back fucking 80 million times. How dare they?
And then they fucked it up.
And then they
fucked it up. Yep.
And then they fucked it up.
So and not only that, but like a movie like the one we just talked about with Zendaya, right? They sold the movie to Netflix for rights, but a company like Disney, they made the movie. They have the app. They don't have the opportunity to sell that because it's a Disney property and they only put Disney stuff on the Disney app now, on the Disney Plus app. So they don't have that. So they're, it's a $30 charge. Again, you don't want to pay it. That's fine. Don't pay it.
Don't pay it.
You have the
can't bitch about it.
Yeah, you have the option to go to the movie theater, but no, it's not owed to you. It's not owed to you to sit there and just say, "Oh, I should get this for free." No, the fuck you shouldn't, because there's a lot of time and energy that went into that shit. Money, like we're nowhere near the production value of that, and this shit takes time and energy and fucking money for us to produce. If you find this show whack, then this whack ass show, it takes us time, money, energy, everything, every single fucking week.
I feel like a bitch.
What's
though.
up, walk? If you have
if
any
you
complaints.
disagree with that, I feel like a bitch though, because I felt like I was owed Tenet. I felt like Tenet was delayed so long and we got fucked so much. I was like, just fucking release it already.
Wasn't it delayed like 3 months?
Something like that. Yeah,
it was delayed like a bunch.
They're
It was supposed
definitely
to be released like 4th of July, and it came out in September.
I was owed, Johnny. I was owed.
We didn't get any Marvel movies for an entire year.
That's what I'm saying. Black Widow was supposed to come out last May, I think.
Yeah,
and it's coming out this July.
I was owed a good Disney Plus series, and I got fucking WandaVision.
Yo, WandaVision was fire.
No, WandaVision was fire. Right?
I did fuck with WandaVision. we were just
Speaking of a
speculating
good
too
Disney
much.
Plus, I'm hype about Loki tomorrow.
Yeah,
By the
I'm
time y'all
definitely
hear
mean,
this,
2
Loki
days
will
ago.
be out.
Yeah, so we want to hear all that shit and just tune in on Saturday for
Word.
a live
action.
Loki
Live action.
We're going to
reaction.
do it live.
Yeah, we're gonna go live with it, so we're not doing the spoiler alert this week or next week or anything. I think you want to do the live every week for it.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
We'll see how
right.
it goes.
I'm down.
I think
All right,
it's
cool.
gonna be a live reaction type of.
I'd love to get reactions from y'all, comment, do all that shit.
Yeah, so tune in for that. Look for that. We're gonna be posting stuff up on our Facebook, on YouTube. We're gonna go live on there too. So whether you listen to us or you follow us on, if you watch it on YouTube, if you follow us on Facebook, whatever, join the group. Remember to join the Insensitive Culture group, and then we're gonna go live all over the place. But let's get into some news on some of this. So Thor: Love and Thunder wrapped filming. I'm excited for that. Fucking Chris Hemsworth fucking arms look brolic as fuck.
Is he doing the Hogan movie?
He is, yeah.
And Thor, was he like filming
Well,
simultaneously?
he I don't know if he's doing it.
a Hogan movie?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
playing Hulk
that's why
Hogan,
he's so
dude. That's
ripped
why
right
he's so
now, dude.
fucking massive.
That's not even That's not even like
Holy
normal
shit.
Thor rippage. That's
Nah.
fucking Hogan rippage too. Like
He's playing Hulk Hogan in a biopic.
That's gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's putting on massive fucking muscles for that.
Holy crap.
It's so crazy how big his fucking arms are. Yo.
They do look giant.
Yeah.
They look like
even for Thor,
Hulkish.
even for the
Yeah.
God of Thunder, they still look big.
They
Word,
look
so
like
that
incredible Hulkish.
Mm-hmm.
Not
that
Hulk
is
Hogan-ish.
but that rap filming, so they're gonna be getting into
Sick.
they're gonna be getting into the visual effects and
So that's a
everything. So, I
2022
love it,
release?
love it. Thor: Love and Thunder. I want to say it is a
So, like,
2022.
Summer, fall.
I don't know if they're giving us all of that. Yeah, 2022 release. It's right now scheduled for May 2022.
Oh.
Which we're already
Less than a year,
halfway
baby.
through
Yeah,
Less than a year.
this year. So
We're in June, so that's less than a year away.
yeah, see, so those are the ones that I'm getting excited for. It's the ones that we know. And then the newer ones, it's like we always hold reservations for those. But I'm gonna fucking watch
and
it.
Johnny, we'll see what you have.
We're gonna be
We'll see.
We'll see.
can't wait.
Make me sound like a dick.
It's not hard. Just tune in every week.
That's fair. That's fair. I got nothing. I got no comeback. I got nothing. I'm just gonna sip my
Tune
beer.
Tune in every week.
Up. Yep.
We got it. Matrix 4 adds Christina Ricci to the cast.
Odd, but okay.
Yeah,
I'll
I
take
fuck
it.
with it though.
Has she done anything since Casper?
She is. You said Casper.
That's the last thing I fucking remember her in.
She was in the Addams Family. No, the last thing I remember her was from Black Snake Moan.
Oh yeah. That's fair.
See, Addams Family was what I was thinking of.
She has a lot of indie films. She's one of those actresses that just goes the indie route.
American Beauty too, right?
No.
No.
No, that was Mina Savari.
Yeah.
Yep. The girl from
American Beauty.
American Beauty. That is that her name? Mina Savari.
Mina Savari. Yeah.
I just remember her as being the little girl from Hocus Pocus.
Little girl from Hocus Pocus.
I know that.
I don't know if that's the same person though.
I think that was a different girl.
He played his daughter.
I think that was Thora Birch.
Yeah. Let's see. The little girl from Hocus Pocus. I remember that was a big deal because, yes, it was Thora Birch. Because she was obviously grown up by American Beauty.
Right.
But she
was like the friend.
She showed her tits in that movie.
I remember those tits.
So I remember
Johnny
that.
does too. Do you guys remember the movie
remember
Now
that.
and Then?
What's
Did
up?
you ever watch the movie Now and Then?
No.
It was about these girls in like the 70s growing up in what they called the Gaslight District.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just sort of like a coming of age story of these girls, and it was Christina Ricci and
Demi Moore.
a bunch of Demi Moore was like the older version. So they
okay.
it was like took place in 1970, and then they all sort of met up later in life in like 1995 or some shit like that. And I remember watching it as a kid, and just like it was such a dope movie. Like just it seemed like that was my childhood.
So
like it was,
I was gonna say that earlier because a lot of movies that we were exposed to that we enjoyed, right, was from scrolling through just channels.
It was what was on, dude.
And
it was
just,
all that
and
was
it's just
on.
what's on. So like I'm gonna be on Gutsy Media this weekend. Gutsy Media podcast. If you like movies and shit, they discuss a movie every single episode. And randomly, I don't know, it came to me, the movie that I chose to discuss, because you pick a movie, That Thing You Do.
That Thing You Do. That's a great movie.
And it is a great movie.
I love it.
But
That's a good movie.
But why is that such a good movie to me? It was one of those movies. One is Tom Hanks, it was his directorial debut. But it was one of those movies that you just catch, like as a kid. Why would that matter? You know what I mean? Like why to me would that
song was catchy too. That
It
Thing
was.
You Do, like that
It
was a
was,
fucking that was a dope ass song.
But it was a
I think I saw it on
hilarious
HBO
movie.
the first
yeah,
time.
absolutely.
Right.
100%.
It's you're
14,
scrolling
channel
through some
14.
channels. You end up
Well, I
watching
didn't
this.
even have HBO, so I think it might have been one of those HBO free weekends or something.
You just happened to catch that shit.
You know what's a prime
Yeah.
example of that? Only the Strong.
Only the Strong. Yeah.
Only the Strong. The Banana Way.
Yeah.
Those are the movies that you fell in love with. Even the Bruce
I would
Leroy.
never watch that on purpose.
Right. Well, no, but now they're like classics to where you ended up watching it on purpose because at some point
yeah,
you
now
were.
I know it, but I'm saying if that
stumbled
movie
across it.
came out today,
Right.
I would never have chosen to watch it. Either
No,
of
and
those
it
movies.
looks so fucking corny and
point.
cheesy, but
We were force fed content.
Yeah,
for
we were.
years until we had the choice to consume what we wanted
Right.
to. So like it was literally just like you said, what was on at the time, and I would
Yeah.
try and watch HBO to find some titties or something, and I ended up watching some dope movies without titties, and I'm like, oh, you can still have dope movies without titties. Like you don't have to have have to have boobs in movies to make it a good movie, and that's sort of I was like, wow, movies are fire. I'm gonna keep watching these. That was
Word. But just to get back to what we were talking about when it comes to The Matrix, when I heard that Christina Ricci was added to the cast, I like Christina Ricci.
Sure.
Like, I remember having a big crush on her when I was a kid too.
absolutely.
Wednesday Addams and, Casper and all that shit. And there was a little snippet in there that said, added to this all-star cast. I remember the last time when we talked about it early on. It was super early. So the only thing that we knew was Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss were attached. And we were wondering how. And then from there, they didn't really have anything else than that. But, dude, now they have so many fucking people attached. So we definitely have so the name that's not as known is Jessica Henwich, but I remember her from she was on Game of Thrones. She was on a bunch of stuff. If you see her picture, you'll know exactly who she is. But she was a badass. Every time I see her, yeah, she was on Iron Fist too. Priyanka Chopra.
Chopra, I know that name.
Yep. She was on a bunch of shows too. I forgot who she's married to. She's married to someone.
She's married
the
to
Jonas Brothers.
Yep. There we go. But she's hot, and yeah, I've seen her in a bunch of good shit. Neil fucking Patrick Harris.
Whoa.
Neil Patrick Harris is in the new Matrix.
That's odd.
That's odd.
That's interesting. Voice, maybe.
It's like fur burgers.
I love that shit. Jada Pinkett is coming back as Niobe.
Okay.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen II.
Hugo Weaving.
He's in there.
Is Agent Smith?
No, he's not.
No, he's not.
I don't like.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen, I fuck with him. He's
What's he doing?
Yeah, I like him.
He was Mr. Manhattan.
Oh, okay.
He was Dr. Manhattan in
Watchmen.
the latest Watchmen. Yep.
Watchmen.
Okay.
Yep.
I fuck with that dude hard.
Agent Johnson, the guy who played Agent Johnson, is coming back as an agent.
not
Yeah,
Agent
Daniel
Smith?
Bernard.
Weird.
So that was from the sequels, because remember by that point Hugo Weaving was like rogue virus kind of thing.
Oh, I know
Taking
who
over
this guy
everybody.
is.
Yeah. He was the
I remember.
other guy that
Mm-hmm.
that was
Yep.
like, I don't even know how to explain it.
The other
So
agent.
now,
Yeah, the other agent.
yeah. So now we there's like and there's a bunch of other people. I just don't.
Oh, and the
remember their names.
Merovingian is coming back?
The Merovingian, yeah. Yep.
Is that the
He's
French
dope.
dude?
I like him.
Yeah, he was
Not
great.
even French.
He was great.
Lambert Wilson? Oh, no, it says he was born in Paris. Never mind.
Yeah, that's right.
I remember
Just
he
the
in the
most non-French name ever.
in the movie he was just explaining that he just liked speaking French. It's like wiping your ass with silk. I love it. That was the best line. But it's dope. I'm really looking forward to
Christina Ricci.
I'm really looking forward to the Matrix 4. I want to see what they do with it.
God, I hope those girls don't fuck it up.
Did you say
Yep.
those girls?
I mean, what are you trying to say there, Dave?
It was funny how he said that.
Oh man, Dave is just
He kind of stopped. He's like, those girls.
yeah, man. You know, you gotta
The
you gotta come
Wachowski
correct.
sisters. Fuck
You gotta
yeah.
come correct.
They're gonna kill it.
They are gonna kill it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. But let's get through some of these casting that have come out recently. Jonathan Majors, man, he's since I was introduced to him from Lovecraft Country, and since then we already know he's going to be Galactus. I want to say, right? Was it Galactus that he's gonna be?
I believe so, yeah.
And now he's going to be playing the adversary in Creed 3. So,
Ooh.
Okay.
yep.
I gotta
That
see
looks
those
good.
movies. I never watched any of the Creed movies.
Creed movies
I
are
forgot
good.
that there was. Oh no, he's playing Kang the Conqueror.
Oh, yep. There we go. I knew Galactus sounded wrong.
Did I watch Creed 2?
I remember
That
watching
was
Creed
like Ivan
2.
Drago was in that, right?
Yep.
Wasn't that
His son.
his son?
Yep.
Right. Yeah, that was the
Yep,
fight.
he fought
That was
his
the
son.
main. I hear all those are really good.
They're
I gotta-
good.
I
They're
gotta
good
check 'em out.
movies.
Creed 1. Who did he fight in Creed 1?
In Creed 1, I think it was. Let's see.
Durando?
Yeah.
Fuck, I don't remember.
It was more. It was the story was more of him being Apollo Creed's son and like. I was gonna say fucking Rambo. And what's his name?
Sylvester
Stallone.
Stallone?
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone just like bringing him up, you know. and talking him into doing it. Why did I get like this bullshit ass Creed movie?
Is it like Scott Stapp
It was like
of Creed? Like the band? Fuck that dude.
No. It was just like this random like B movie called Creed for some reason. What is it? Oh, because it's here we go. Let's see. All right, so the bad guy I don't think was anyone crazy.
No, doesn't look
No.
like it.
No. It's not even like a big name or anything like that. So whatever. It was but the Creed movies are good.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
I've heard all good things.
They're definitely good. They're worth a watch. I enjoy them. But I like that Jonathan Majors is now becoming
This is
a big name.
Michael B. Jordan is directing Creed 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Jordan B.
It is.
Washington.
Jordan B.
what he
Washington.
has, under his director credits, 0.
I was gonna say, I don't think
3
he's
announced.
directed
This is his
anything, dude.
directorial debut.
Good for him.
So I guess we'll see.
Yeah. Apparently, have you seen the Without Remorse?
Yeah,
I haven't.
I watched
I
that.
didn't see that.
It's
I
good.
want to watch it.
The end was a little convoluted. That was my only
That's generally
a Clancy
those
movie.
Clancy movies. Yeah, yep.
But he was good.
He reprises his
He
role
does
as
his thing.
Killmonger in What If. Apparently,
What if? What's what if?
the What If
Oh, but it's
Marvel series.
animated.
The
Oh.
animated shit.
That's dope.
Yeah. So, but Jonathan Majors killing it right
Yeah,
now.
because
So
in
I love it.
What If, T'Challa gets picked up by the what is it, the Raven or whatever,
Mhm.
the instead of the Guardians of the Galaxy dude,
Yep.
instead of him getting picked up, it's T'Challa in What If. So I guess
Oh,
Killmonger
okay.
makes an appearance as well.
Nice.
Gotcha.
That's dope.
So he gets picked up instead of
Yeah, so he goes to
Chris
space
Pratt.
as a
what's
Yeah,
his name?
instead of
What's his
Chris
name in
Pratt.
that?
Star-Lord?
Star-Lord. There we go.
Star-Lord. There you
I was trying to think of that
Smoke a
basic
lot of
ass
weed,
name.
you guys.
I don't smoke weed, and it still slipped my mind. The head writer of WandaVision, since we were talking about WandaVision earlier, was he signed a 3-year deal with Marvel and 20th Century Studios. So we're gonna be seeing a lot more of his style of content, I guess.
Good.
Nice.
He did well.
He did very well.
He did well. It was the pandemic stuff that really fucked shit up and the state of the world. Because we have to
Paul
remember,
Bettany.
man.
I thought it was
Paul
a girl
Bettany.
that wrote that.
We have to remember, man. It with maybe what's her name? It says head writer Jack Schaefer.
Is it Jack?
Yeah,
Jack
Jack
is
Schaefer.
a
You
girl.
can't assume
It's a girl?
genders.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
woman. It's JAC, right?
Yep.
I
So, like
believe I've seen a
Jacqueline- like
YouTube
Jacqueline?
video with
Yeah.
her.
Okay.
Maybe that's
yeah.
what it is.
So then it's for her. My bad. I apologize.
Sorry, Jack.
But we have to remember that
Sorry.
not only did
Jack
we
Schaefer.
have a pandemic, but we had a lot of shit going on, like in the state,
Word.
like
The
a lot
election-
of stuff
The
happened.
election was going on.
The election was going on. The increase in racism and like you know what, and
Yeah.
all of that was going down.
That's true.
Like we had so much shit going on that the pandemic really had everyone at an all-time high, and these studios are just like, yo, how can I fucking tread these waters? So they made a lot of judgment calls that in the end, you know, kind of upset us with end results. But at the end of the day, to me, I did enjoy WandaVision. I enjoyed, even though I was upset by the end of it because of, you know, all the speculation and shit, which
Expectations,
in
yeah.
a couple of them, the expectations were true. However, they made the call to
Right.
change that shit.
Because Doctor Strange was going to be there.
He was supposed to be there.
Doctor Strange was 100% supposed to be there.
Yep. And they decided not to.
And we got fucked.
So because of
I mean,
all of that,
100% is
100%.
a little hard.
100%. They said.
They
They
never
said that.
even wrote him in.
Johnny, you're crazy right now. You're talking crazy.
He
They
said
said
that they wrote him
Kevin
out.
Feige
yeah,
said,
Kevin Feige said that they wrote him out.
Okay.
They wrote him out. Yeah.
okay. You're right.
They wrote him out because
I thought
they
he
didn't-
said that they had thought about it and then changed their minds.
Well, they didn't
Like,
film it and
He
cut
was
it.
in the
They just-
storyboard.
they didn't film it
but
and
they
cut it,
never-
but yeah, it
But
was.
that was the plan. He was supposed to be there, fulfilling all of our fantasies.
I
and he
believe
didn't.
that they even said that they were like what I always call running and gunning, right? They were like still filming shit and still making edits
Right.
like
You're right,
while the
you're right.
show was
Yeah.
running. So they made a lot of judgment calls on that one.
They were doing that. You're right.
Yep. So also in Hollywood news, Aaron Taylor Johnson is cast as Kraven in the MCU now on the Spider-Man world. So Quicksilver is now playing Kraven.
In the
Which
wait,
Quicksilver?
In the what? In
Kraven
the,
is
in
a-
the
is a- is a-
Spider-Man world.
In the Spider-Man world, yes, which is
Sony?
somewhat tied to the MCU because of the deal that Spider-Man and
Oh, I thought this was in like the Venom world.
I mean possibly, but at any point Venom could, if they decide that it would go good with what's going on over here, they can
Like like where the
Mix and match.
Morbius shit is.
Yep. They're going the the anti-hero route. So that's
Anti-hero,
Morbius.
yeah.
That's Morbius. That's Venom. That's
And then
Kraven.
Kraven. Oh, okay.
Yep. Remember early on, the rumors were that it was supposed to be Keanu. Well, they offered it to Keanu. They offered it to like a bunch of like really high profile people, and they were all like, nah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Aaron Taylor
Because quite
Johnson.
honestly, we all love him. Like he makes good
I mean, he's
movies
a
when
good-
he does come out with stuff. He does well, but he's
I've
not.
seen him in two things. He was pretty good in.
he was a good Quicksilver for the one, the half a
good for
movie
that.
that we got.
Sure.
Kick Ass was good.
That one scene.
Kick Ass 1 and 2 were good.
That's right. He was in Kick Ass.
There
but
was a
let me see.
Kick-Ass too?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I'm fucking up.
The Hunter. Let's see. Yeah, they
He was
offered
in
it to
something
like.
else that I saw.
Yeah, he's been in
Interesting.
a couple things, but everything that he comes out
He needs to
that,
get
that he does,
Thor
been
big
good.
though.
he does.
Like
yeah,
Jack
he does.
White?
He
Like
needs
physically?
he needs to get jacked, man.
I can't find it, but I vaguely remember that they offered that role to like huge people. So it was
Yeah.
like Keanu, I want to say Leo DiCaprio,
Sounds right.
like real big people that is just like, why would you offer it to the why would you offer it to them? Like they're not gonna want to take that shit. Even when we discussed it early on, we were like, yeah, we can't see Keanu as fucking Kraven, in that character that nobody knows.
He's still small.
Yep.
But I guess they're thinking of it in a totally different way. If they've
They are.
only been talking to skinny dudes.
Oh man. I'm just skimming through the shit that we do have to at least bring up before I just like dead all of these for being too old. Because it's been a while since we've gotten through all of these. But
Couple weeks,
also the Deadpool director says that the old director of Deadpool, the original one, he says that he doesn't think that Deadpool needs an R rating as long as Ryan Reynolds is behind the mask.
Mm.
I mean, they could pull it off.
They could
for
pull it
sure.
off.
They could easily
They-
do a
they-
PG-13.
They
Ryan Reynolds would
edited.
be Ryan Reynolds. And
They
like a
edited part
PG-13
two.
cut.
Yeah, they made it.
I didn't
a
watch it.
PG-13
Did you
cut.
watch that?
I didn't watch it, but I heard
I'm
that
sure
it
was good.
it still did well
Like,
because
it would
people
still
took their
do
kids
well.
to watch
I
it.
would still go see it. It would be a good movie, but we want him to say fuck. We want to see titties. Like we want fight. Like we need. I feel
we
like at
seen
least me
titties?
personally, I need.
His stand there was a fucking anal joke when in
Yes,
Deadpool.
but did they show a nipple in Deadpool?
It was rated
I
R.
feel
Why
like
not?
I feel like there was. I don't remember the nipple.
I know it was rated R. I just don't recall actually.
I don't
seeing
recall that
titties.
either. I just
I feel
remember
like there was a titty. I feel like there was
I remember
a
there
titty.
was a scene where he was
Maybe
getting
there
pegged,
was. I have no idea. That's why I'm asking you as the Deadpool expert.
That's the titty expert.
I think him getting pegged over, being bent over and pegged was worse than any titty that they would.
So
pull out.
I think one of us needs to make the sacrifice and watch the PG-13 version of Deadpool and report back.
I'd be down for that. But not only that, but I mean, we have to watch a PG-13 version, because if he's in the MCU and he's gonna come out in an MCU movie that isn't his, we're gonna get a PG-13 Deadpool
Version
either way.
of him.
Yeah,
but
it won't be a standalone movie. His standalone movie has to be.
This is where he wows out.
IMDb
I never expect him to like do anything too crazy.
Yeah,
if he's just a guest appearing.
Yeah, you're not wrong. But I think the movie will still be fire. I'm with you on that.
IMDb has the first.
I still
one,
do.
The nudity and sex as severe.
Oh, okay.
So there had to be a titty in there.
I agree with both of you in the fact that yes, if they have to go a PG-13 route,
it would be doable.
It would be fire. It would still be great.
Absolutely.
Because we've done we enjoy all these other.
There's a lot of
PG-13 movies in the MCU that we love. But also, yes, I do want to, like, if we get another Deadpool movie, I want it to be rated R. They have to be able to play both sides.
I think with a rated R movie, it just, when you know it's rated R going into it, like, you just expect
titties.
No holds barred. Yeah, also titties. But you really just expect, like, they didn't hold nothing back. They're going to fucking push to the limit because it's rated R. Not that they walked it to the line and happened to cross over too many times and it's now rated R.
Right.
Like when I hear rated R, I expect titties.
Yeah. Same.
Same. Guys.
Since I was 12. R means titties.
Personally, I expect titties on Pornhub. Other than that, anywhere else where they show titties, it's just a bonus.
It's just
I expect
bonus.
titties everywhere.
Yeah, it's just a plus.
If I'm shopping at Wegmans, I want a titty to fall out when I'm walking down the aisle.
I mean, everyone wants that, but
wants a titty
chances are that titty is not going to be one that you actually wanted to see.
That's true. That's true. I've seen a lot of sad
never know.
titties.
Not all titties are created equal, my friend.
That's true.
Every time I see the TVMA pop up on the screen and it says
like,
nudity
ooh.
underneath, Joyce and I both go, ooh,
titties.
Nice.
Good to know that.
Good to know Joyce is all about titties.
Hopefully we're not disappointed on old titties. You never know.
Yeah, right. It's just old people titties.
I mean, they're still titties. Can't be mad at it.
Because anytime when Robert De Niro comes out shirtless in the movie, does that have to be the nudity?
Yeah, so titties.
Does that count?
That counts on my titty meter. Yeah, absolutely.
Instagram blocks those nipples.
Bob De Niro. I don't care whose titties they are.
Oh man! All right, so Donnie Yen joined the cast of John Wick 4.
Major.
That's
artist.
gonna be fucking. You don't know Donnie Yen? Ip Man.
IP is it IP Man?
Ip Man.
Yeah.
Ip
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, Donnie Yen. He trained with Bruce Lee, I believe, back in the day, or he was.
Yeah,
I believe so.
He is a serious martial artist.
Mm-hmm. Very serious, and he's been in a lot of good movies. He's legit as fuck, and his
He's going to be a homie with John Wick.
Yeah,
he's going to be like an old assassin or something, I think.
Yep. He plays an old friend of Keanu's. That is a super assassin who shares the same history and many of the same enemies.
Good. I'm not trying to see him go against John Wick.
So he's a
He's an
positive.
ally.
Yeah,
he's an ally.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an ally.
Yeah.
That's going to be dope.
Be a nemesis.
No, he's an ally to John Wick.
So
Because
if John
you
Wick,
have to imagine everyone is
everyone's
nemesis.
Way, yeah. And if he finds one dude, like imagine how badass the people that John Wick are going to be going against if they're like, yo, we need Donnie Yen to get up in here and get us back. Like, Because, John Wick, he's fucking regardless. But they're like, yo, we need somebody to come in and fuck with him. There's going to be a lot of fucking, it's going to be dope.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what enemy they have this time around, but can they really one up Ruby Rose? I don't know if they can be any.
It doesn't get any better than Ruby Rose's deaf fucking.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Oh, that's great.
Worst miscast in the history of fucking miscast, dude. So bad.
Moving on.
Did she just like retire from?
I hope so.
From acting?
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, no,
she's like, I don't want to do this CW show. I'm garbage.
Yeah, she did.
And then I don't think she's done anything since.
Good.
I mean, first of all, what did you see that ridiculous ass costume for Batwoman? Like, what the fuck was that about? I can't believe that you saw that and still signed on for it.
True.
Wait, what? You watched?
No. I'm talking about like Ruby Rose.
Oh.
They pitch her, she auditions for it, or
Gotcha.
With her, she was coming real high off of the
Orange
is the New Black high. Everybody she was a talk for a little while. I'm gonna go ahead and say that they offered her this movie. They thought that she would be perfect for the. You read the script, ignoring everything else CW has done in history. You make it all the way to the point, or maybe you've gotten to this point. They didn't show you no costume or anything. She's like, I'm in. I am Batwoman. Hear me roar.
Hear me roar.
And then,
Bats roar.
I don't know.
They do. In Gotham.
I wonder if at the moment when they go, this is your costume, and she goes, what the fuck? Because that shit looks stupid as fuck. I don't even know if it's comic book accurate or not, but on that one they could have bit the bullet and just changed it up.
That's fire.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was horrible, horrible. All right, in better news, Timothy Chalamet. Chalamet. There we go. Okay, Timothy Chalamet. My bad for butchering your name, buddy. Is cast as Willy Wonka in an origin movie.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Please.
I think we talked about this.
We did.
I'm in anything Wonka.
I don't think we talked about it on the show, though.
Roald Dahl.
No. I'm into it.
I'm into it, too. I mean, first of all, I'm also a part of that group on why the fuck do we need a Willy Wonka origin story?
Because we never really had one.
Why do we need to explore that though?
Because that's a wild character, dude. As a huge fan of the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka, like that was my shit growing up. Rented it from the library. One of the first movies that I vividly remember, like realizing that like this was.
You need to
movie.
know how he grew up.
Absolutely, okay. I want to know. I don't need to know. I want to. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but I would absolutely want to know. Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, as someone who was the opposite, I remember Willy Wonka, but it wasn't really my shit like that. I didn't give a fuck about
it.
It
was definitely my shit.
It wasn't my shit. So that's why I'm like, why do we need it?
Watching that chocolate at the beginning in the factory, like as they're just going through the credits and they're showing that like chocolate being made, like that shit was magical when I was a kid, dude. And that was the first movie I remembered verbatim. Like I could recite lines from it, quote it.
We spoke about the Wizard of Oz prequel movie, right? What's that called?
Yeah.
With our good
with James Franco,
child molesting friend.
Yeah,
James Franco.
I'll get it in a second.
The Great Oz, the Great and Powerful Oz.
Great and Powerful Oz. Yes.
Powerful Oz. Yeah. So good movie, right? I enjoyed it. I didn't need that. But the Wizard of Oz wasn't necessarily my shit as a kid. But I thought that movie like was pretty dope as a prequel to the Wizard of Oz, and kind of gave a cool, especially since I didn't even really comprehend what was happening until it happened.
Yeah.
It made it a better flick. But in this case, Willy Wonka, I agree with you, Dave, that's my shiznit. As a kid, not only did I think I read the book too, in like, I don't know, 4th grade or some shit like that.
Yep.
Pretty sure I read, because the book had a different name than the movie. I remember that.
The book was Charlie and the Chocolate Factory,
Yes.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely read that. I might have even read the sequel. Yep,
Great
Charlie
Glass
and
Elevator.
The Glass Elevator.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I fucking read that shit. I ate that shit up, dude. I couldn't get enough. It was the first movie where I comprehended what movies were.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I think that was around the same ages for me as well.
See, for some reason, I was more into the Wizard of Oz.
A book about Willy Wonka. So that's how you felt more with Wizard of Oz.
Not to the extent that Dave feels, but
I'm very passionate about Willy Wonka.
But
dude.
yeah, but because I have seen Wizard of Oz numerous times as a kid growing up. Yeah, that it was like, oh, we have a continuation on that story that I'm familiar. Oh, awesome, you know.
I feel you.
So yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I understand. The second that you were like, oh, this is like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna argue with you on that. Like, yeah, you're into it, and I'm pretty sure that there's a lot of people.
There is.
But for me, as someone who didn't really like, I knew what Willy Wonka was. I knew, you know, Gene Wilder, and the gist of the story and whatnot. It wasn't really my shit. So it's like, why do we need to dig into? Why do we need to dig into his past? His past, actually, I don't really remember the original one, but his past came out a little bit more in the Tim Burton shit.
Yeah, right.
And he was weird as fuck, and and they kind of
that just gave us
through
a little
tidbits
taste,
of,
right? And I was like, I want
his
more
upbringing.
of that. Like, I want a whole movie about that. Like seeing
Tim
him as
Burton
a kid.
doing this? Who's directing this?
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's not that style.
No, I don't think so. No.
Which is okay by me.
Oh yeah.
Totally.
I'm okay with the not Tim Burton version.
I like it, but it serves its own purpose.
Yeah.
Right. And he looks, and he's, if I have to go by the casting, he looks just like fucking. He looks just like Gene Wilder.
A young Gene Wilder.
He does.
That's even better for me. So it's not like a young Johnny Depp.
No, because if you look in the notes,
definitely the Gene Wilder style.
If you look in the notes, they have a side-by-side photo of Gene Wilder and him positioned just the right way. That it's like, oh, I could see that. I can really see that.
Yeah.
So, and that movie is called Wonka.
Wonka.
It's just gonna be Wonka. 2023 release, and it says the story will focus specifically on a young Willy Wonka and how he met the Oompa Loompas on one of his earliest adventures.
There's going to be a young Slugworth. There's got to be, I'm stoked. I'm so sorry, dude. It means so much to me. I don't even know. I don't know why.
Oompa Loompas.
On one of his earliest adventures.
It's a live-action movie.
There's going to be schnozzwangers. There's going to be so much. So many callbacks. It's gonna be great, Johnny. We should go see it without Walk because he's a bitch.
I'll definitely give it a watch. I'll definitely give it a watch.
We all go.
I'm gonna watch it.
We all go.
I'm just a movie. I'm a movie person.
Like a PG or a PG-13?
I don't think it has a rating just yet.
Well, they haven't even made the movie.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm saying your guess. What do you think?
My guess?
Is this going to be a PG or a PG-13?
I would say PG-13.
Yeah.
I feel like he had sort of a dark childhood that could have some scary moments in it.
Okay.
Yeah, or they have some adventures where they have to go into some.
Lupa Land doesn't sound like a fun place with all kinds of wild stuff there. So yeah, I don't know.
I hope so.
Yeah.
All right, so we definitely have to wrap this show up in a moment, but
we've been going on, carrying on.
They're definitely, this has been out for a little while now, but I thought we have to do it. But they confirmed that the Joker sequel is definitely moving forward, and then we heard that Todd Phillips is reportedly back to co-write the strip.
Co-writing though,
Yep.
I want to know who's co-writing with him. Who is his co-writer?
I mean, I believe he didn't fully write the first one.
I thought he did.
Mm.
Take a peek, Ski.
I thought he did, yeah.
The full script, he doesn't have a co-writer.
He was the only one, and I thought that was like...
No, right.
Who was the other?
Writers are Todd Phillips and Scott Silver.
Okay.
3 more in credits.
3 more in credit. Are they like thank yous? Like
Todd
how
Phillips.
much did they actually contribute?
Oh no. Okay. So no, it's written. The writing credits are Todd Phillips and Scott Silver, and then the other ones are based on the characters of this person. And
so
this
as long
person
as it's Scott Silver that's co-writing him with him, we'll be in good hands.
Let's take a look. Let's see if it comes up on his IMDb just yet. Joker 2. Joker 2. Joker 2.
Okay.
Written writers. Let's see. Based on character. No, all I see is based on. So Todd Phillips is the only one on there, and then the other 3 just say based on the characters created by. So far he is the only one. It's only saying co-written by, because all the other ones that the character is based on are listed as writers as well.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So it's definitely not.
Is that the co-writing credit? Him and the comic book writers?
So far.
Yeah.
So it could still just be Todd Phillips for all we know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting. I'm down for it though. I want to see where they want to go. I feel like it has to be done a very specific way. And I said it early on in the pandemic when we first started this podcast, when we started talking about this shit, if they make, because it was all rumors. I think that my thought on this is that they should make it 3 separate movies, where this one dealt with mental illness and all of that, mental health. And it was a more realistic take. I think that it should all be movies that take place in his brain while he, like the different, because they said it.
Different origin story.
They said it that they don't know what his origin is because he has so many that go through his brain. He doesn't even know what his origin story is. So yeah, a completely different Joker with Joaquin Phoenix, different take on the character, different storyline, different everything.
That would be
sick.
Fucking
got
badass.
American
if
Horror
they had
Story.
the balls. If Todd Phillips has the cojones to fucking,
I don't think he does.
Just almost reboot the movie within the movie.
That would be the only way that I
How
think
many
that
directors have the balls to even do that? Like, let alone just Todd Phillips.
I think he does.
He had the balls to make this movie.
Because he doesn't really give a fuck, right? Yeah, like
he had the balls to make this movie.
He has studios
to the
that
first
give a fuck
one.
now. Like
he had the balls to make this movie,
yeah,
which went against
that was his approach to the first one. Was like it was a big joke. Is kind of how he positioned it, right? Like I didn't give a fuck. Like I made it to be in your face, and if anyone would do it, and I think he could, but man, that would be ballsy.
It would be ballsy, and I think it would be so fucking dope. We get a whole new Joker movie. Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah, the 3 Jokers type thing, because that is the late
Did
more
Joaquin
recent.
Phoenix sign on for Joker too?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, he's
he signed on for
good.
2 more.
Oh, okay, so he can go up to 3.
He can go up to 3.
Gotcha. Okay. I was like, we're all worried
if they do
about
the 3 Jokers.
Well, the 3 Jokers
trilogy.
If they make it so that the 3 Jokers are just 3 separate movies with 3 separate scripts, all of it are 3 different storylines that go in his head, and we don't know which one is the real one. That would be fucking fire.
Yeah.
The 3 Jokers comic book has to do with the storyline of, in this entire time there were 3 different types of Jokers. The original from the Killing Joke, the war type, like the Heath Ledger type, and there was one more, and now it's revealed that those are 3 different people, and they came together. and so that was the storyline
Right.
for the three.
No,
Jokers,
I'm saying they
which-
would like base it off of
Yeah,
that.
if they would base it off of that, and there's 3 different types of Jokers,
That
it would
sick.
be amazing. So hopefully that's the route that they go, but we won't know. We won't know until that drops. And right now we don't have any kind of date on that.
Shit.
We don't know shit. And also very last thing, because we have to go. Highlander is being rebooted, starring Henry Cavill.
But I thought there could only be one.
Isn't that your
Not
shit?
anymore.
Isn't that your shit?
I fucking couldn't stand that shit. I couldn't stand it because I saw it as a fucking adult. This 80s movie that probably made sense to you as a kid, but I am in my 30s watching this shit from the 80s like, really? Are you
It's
fucking
a
serious?
Wild 80s movie.
Yeah,
it's just super 80s.
Lots of synthesizer in it.
Yep. Synthesizer fucking guitars.
Those riffs, the cool guy riff from your
Yeah.
mom's house.
One brolic ass dude with a fucking saxophone comes out of nowhere.
Jamming. That's the 90s.
He's got that fucking blade under his leather jacket.
Oh man, is this a series or a movie? I believe it's a movie. But it's being
who booked it?
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, Superman.
Really?
Yeah, directed by John Wick's Chad Stahelski.
Wait a minute, but he's fucking Witcher.
He is the Witcher.
He's doing everything.
He's doing the
Everything.
Witcher and the Highlander. Those
And
are
Mission
very similar
Impossible.
looking dudes.
No,
I
Witcher's
mean,
got
one of
gray
them
hair.
has silver hair and one of them has black hair. But outside of that, they look
When
the
it goes,
same.
yeah, when it goes back in time, but when he's in current times, not necessarily.
Okay.
But we know that.
That'll be
we
interesting.
know that-
I fuck with him.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I think it'll be good.
Hell yeah.
I'll fuck with the new one. I don't fuck with the old one
Nah.
because it's a nostalgia type of movie, right?
Who was the Highlander? Who was the other, like the original?
Jonathan. No. What's his name? Lambert.
Christopher Lambert?
Yeah.
Christopher Lambert, yeah.
Wasn't that Raiden?
Lambert. Yes.
Was that Raiden?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I love that Raiden.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch it. I fuck with it now. I'm lying.
Starred.
I'll go back.
It starred Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery.
Was Christopher Lambert? What else did he do? Anything else besides? I mean, I know he did stuff, but like, what is he,
He just
well
looks-
known for?
he just looks so
creepy. He
fucking
looks
weird.
creepy.
Highlander. He's done a lot.
Highlander and Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, that's really his two claims to fame.
That's pretty
that's
much.
It. That's sad.
He did the Beowulf, not the good animated one. You know it was bad when he signed on for Mortal Kombat 2.
Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, I don't have anything else going on, so sure, let's do it. Got to pay the bills.
Oh man, was he even? No, I'm probably completely wrong. I don't even know if he was in part 2.
I think he was. I think it was the same Raiden.
No, it wasn't.
No?
Actually, no.
Was the different? Who was the Raiden in the second one?
Probably some nobody. What year did that shit come out? Mortal Kombat 95.
Yeah, it sounds right.
I don't know. I can't even find it on this fucking list. He had so much shit. There we go. Lord Raiden came out in Lord Raiden. Annihilation came out in 97. Raiden was played by James.
Oh, James
Remar.
Raymar. Yes, that's right. Dexter's dad.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dexter's dad.
It's
Dexter's
not even,
dad,
even
yeah.
worth remembering.
That's how it all started.
Ah.
He would come to him. He would come
Don't
to
even,
him
Don't even
and
look
talk
up
to him.
and to the right too hard because
Yeah.
it's not worth thinking
It's
that
not.
hard.
No, it is not. Oh man. All right, guys.
James Raymar.
It's
Fuck.
about that time.
All right. It's fair.
Thank you for staying on this long because this is probably the longest episode of IC. We had to catch up on a lot of shit, but thank you again for staying on. Remember to have your friends rate, review, subscribe to the show. Please rate and review us yourself if you listen to us on Apple Podcasts, on YouTube. We definitely appreciate all of that. Shout out to DFAT Entertainment, our network. DFAT. Check out their content. They have a lot of good stuff on there. Shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to everybody.
Everybody getting
shout out, and shout
everybody
out.
getting a shout out. Everybody getting a shout out. But we're not going to take up much more of your time. But we love you. Peace.
Peace.